Patriot, vampire, nationalist, mental retard, eugenicist, a scared man.
Really?
Retard, traitor, next level, Moses.
Just be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
Born this way. Everybody knows that I was born this way. I was born this way. Yes, I got the largest arms in the world, and I was born this way. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. You know I love Lady Gaga. Come on, brothers. Man, don't make fun of me like that. I was born this way. With the largest arms in the world, treat everybody equal. Respect your friends. Respect everybody on this planet. We were all born this way. That's why I love Lady Gaga. Brother.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
What a mark. Hello, ass.
That's about some unadulterated bullshit. And that's a shoot.
Down to the Nyla Rose, Nyla Beach, native Nyla Rose the Beach.
We saw last week on AEW Dynamite.
Bam! Down with the best friend, bum. Sorry. Thunder, Rosa, she's Rosa, Thunder, she's Rosa.
Ruby Soho, Ruby Soho. I know you would love that. I knew you would love that.
Ruby Soho, destination, no, whoa.
From Montreal to Memphis, parlez-vous français? Tell all the girls the Rouges are on their way. They don't like heavy metal, they don't like rock and roll, but all they like to listen to is Barry Manilow. They're all American boys, all American boys, all American boys. They're all American boys.
Hello, people. We are back for another edition of Pin Down. Just waiting for my co-host.
Yeah, baby, we're back for another episode of the pod. We got a lot to cover here today, so there's a lot of things that happened, and a lot of things actually something just broke not even 30 minutes ago, so we're going to cover that soon. So anyways, welcome to another edition of Pin Down Podcast. I am Mr. T. This is my co-host Trey.
What up?
Hope you're all having a good Saturday. So I guess we're going to get right into it. So let's see here. Well, if y'all been keeping up with the storyline for Raw and WWE right now, they have the group, the stable called the Vision, and pretty much everyone's been in this group has been injured.
Literally everybody.
This group is fucking cursed, man. This group is cursed.
Started with Seth. It started with Seth.
Yep.
Well, they did the whole fake injury, right? Roost of the Century. Then he got really injured right before Survivor Series.
Yep.
And then Braun, a couple months later, gets injured right after the Rumble?
Yeah, he what was it, a hernia, right?
Hernia, yeah, because he did that segment where he pushed the announce table.
And then Bronson Reed got injured. He tore his bicep.
Yeah, Bronson Reed, yeah.
And now, lo and behold, Logan Paul now has a torn tricep.
Only one who's not hurt who hasn't hurt himself is Theory, but
yeah,
I don't want to jinx the brother. So
Yeah, well, knock on wood, nothing happens to him. But let's see who's in the chat quick before we get started on this. We got P-Dub in here. Cream
What
is
up,
upset
P-Dub?
his team lost. Yeah, they lost, apparently. I don't follow hockey that much, but yeah, Cream is considered. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. So let's talk about it. So, Trey, do you want to read that for the chat right there?
Yes. There has reportedly been talk of adding new members to the Vision. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know why we keep on trying to add more people. Like, obviously, we know that they're kind of teasing Maxine Dupree to be showing up to be part of the group. I did read an article the other day. They said Bronson Reed's on his way back, so I guess that's someone back. But now you're going to lose Logan Paul for like 6 months, which
And that's
bad.
not good. Yeah,
No.
he's not going to come back then till what? Maybe December or late November.
I mean, what, we're in June now, so July, August,
We're about to be
November, December.
Yeah,
December.
So, yeah, about December.
Yeah.
Possibly, or he got hurt in late May, technically.
Yeah, he got injured last Saturday, so
possibly late November, but realistically, probably December though. More than
I mean, who knows if he can pull up one of those John Cena like superpower like rehab sessions.
Yeah,
he might
can be back in like
quicker.
2 months or some shit, like 2-3 months, but
maybe
like SummerSlam time, maybe. But yeah, but
maybe so.
I don't get why we're continuing this because the idea of the Vision wasn't bad, right? I mean, I kind of liked it when it was Rollins, Braun, and Bronson.
Yeah,
I didn't mind that. And had they brought Ethan Page earlier, I was always kind of putting him in mind as that younger member, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then they put Logan Paul, Theory. It just kind of all got mumbled.
Yeah, it's just it's been kind of like a cluster because it's like, you know, like we talked about, Seth got injured last year in Melbourne.
Crown Jewel
got injured there doing that stupid coast to coast headbutt to Cody Rhodes, which still makes no sense to me. Why
stupid ass spot? Yeah, not even at a Mania, at a Crown Jewel.
Yeah, that happened. Braun Breaker tried to keep the Vision going up there for a little while. He feuded with Punk, and then all of a sudden he got a hernia problem, like we talked about.
Because they were clearly setting up Rollins and Braun clearly for Mania. That was clearly the original.
Yeah, that was clearly the direction. And then that happened, and then Bronson Reed got injured, and then they brought in Austin Theory in after Survivor Series, and then they won the tag belts with him and Logan Paul.
Remember when the theory was with Austin Theory? I wasn't even trying to make that a fun. That everybody thought he was like a mole for Rollins.
Yeah. That didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, that went nowhere. They won the tag title, and they've done nothing since. Paul Heyman feels like he mattered more when he's with Brock now.
Yep.
Or, like, I didn't mind some of that stuff with him and Rollins, that back and forth leading to Mania. I didn't mind that stuff. But, when he's with the Vision, Heyman just can't make these guys. And I don't think Logan Paul doesn't need the Vision. That's like the big one. Logan Paul does not need them.
Yeah, it was kind of weird when they added Logan, but I guess the quote unquote young guy, you know, and probably they did too, because like all the social media platform he's got, all the following, right? You know what I mean? Like the Vision. Yeah. This is the cool thing Logan Paul's involved in, right? So maybe that was a factor going into that too. But like right there, it says WWE has announced that he'll be out for months after tearing his tricep. Like I said, this is really bad. This group is so cursed, it's not even funny. Like if I'm one of these guys backstage, like, hey, we're gonna put you with the Vision, I'll be like, doesn't work for me, brother. I'm not doing it.
No, at this point, that shit's fucked, bro.
This is munted, bro. This is munted. Like, and honestly, too, there's really no one to feud with. Like, wow, you know, I know they got Seth Rollins. They're feuding with Seth right now.
But that's the Braun feud, and I'll just spoil. You know who I think's winning King of the Ring now?
Yeah,
Braun Breaker, because I don't have Oba winning it anymore since he's doing the Brock thing. I think that's carried till SummerSlam at this point. Can we just get this final Braun Breaker Rollins match already? Can we do it at Night of Champions? Can we just end this? Can we start setting up Braun? We need to start. If Braun's going to win King of the Ring, you got to start setting him up too, right?
Well, that's the thing too. They just announced on Monday that they given the other tag belt to him. So now Austin Theory and Braun Breaker are now the tag team champions.
Okay.
I guess we're doing the Freebird rule now with the division, I suppose. But yeah,
Freebird.
But like the male side, I really can't think of anybody else. Since they're going to continue this group, I can't.
Profits. But okay, you know what they do? You got to have Braun and Theory lose those titles like right away.
Yeah,
I would have them lose it like on Raw. Just have Rollins cost them, and I guess give the title to the Profits.
But here's the real question, though. If you want to add another person, say you already got Renee Maxine Dupree coming in, right? She's going to come in and be a part for the female side. She's going to be the Paul Heyman girl, or whatever, right? Who on that roster can you think of that's going to join the Vision and join them to take that spot that Logan Paul has got vacant? Like who? Like legit? Like who do you think on the roster is going to fill that spot? Because I can't think of anybody.
I was for it like a year ago. I'm not for it now. Ethan Page. Not for it now. I was for it a year ago when it was Rollins was there because it made sense because you had Seth Rollins as the leader. He's not anymore.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that to ruin Ethan Page now. Ethan Page is good on his own right now.
Like the only maybe I can think of if he comes back, if he's coming back from his said injury, maybe we could see Sheamus.
Oh, maybe I don't know. I can't see Sheamus in the Vision.
Maybe Rusev. I don't know. Like honestly, I really don't know.
Could work. He could be like their powerhouse.
Yeah.
Well, because Braun, if we're gonna start gearing him for the King of the Ring, we gotta finish this Rollins feud, right?
Yeah, the Rollins feud's gotta be done. Like it's gotta be done after.
I don't know why. I don't know why we didn't have them. I thought they were gonna face that Italy. Yeah. Like Night of Champions. Even on a Raw, we got to finish this so we can start. If you're going to have Braun Breaker win King of the Ring, you got to start building him up, right?
Yeah. You would think, but again, I just don't know what they're going to be doing with this. Where does Joe, they're going to feud with Joe Hendry, the Prophet. Yeah. What's the end game for this, right? Like, what's the end game? Like, what's
going to be War Games again? Because none of the members that matter. You want to see these fucks and this gaggle of fucks in a War Games match?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what they do. Like, I don't know what the payoff's going to be for this whole feud and
well, everything got mumbled once Rollins got hurt, for being real with you.
But you know what, Trey? I think that's a good segue here. Let me get the thing pulled up. It's acting a little goofy right now. Chad, give me 1 minute. My computer's acting really slow for some reasons. Just bear with me here. I am trying my very best here. Speaking about stables and stuff like that, Trey, I know you saw this the other day on the sites, and you about lost your mind because I did too. I was just shaking my head like, what the fuck did I just read? So speaking about stables, we're going to talk about a former writer from WWE's creative team. He came up and said this on the Public Enemies podcast, or at least they covered it. I don't know. This is on. Yeah, it was on their podcast. So shout out to them for covering this. But this is nuts right here. Trey, can you read that for the chat? How crazy this is? What the actual fuck?
We found this out actually in real time, by the way, chat. The pitch was Sheamus, Cesaro, Nakamura, and Lars Sullivan. Oh my God. Guys, remember Lars Sullivan? I don't know anyone remembers him.
I do, but I think people probably don't forget about him. But the whole he
almost faced John Cena.
The tape that came out.
yeah, sex tape. He almost faced John Cena, but had a panic attack.
Yep.
Yeah, he was there for a couple of hot dogs and was gone.
Yeah, he was there for a cup of coffee and he was gone. He was Splitsville.
I forget which legendary NWO member was supposed to fly to Orlando to introduce this new NWO. Essentially, they landed and they didn't pass the COVID test. You know what? Thank God for the COVID test. Jesus. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is bad, dude. Can you imagine these guys like legit? Can you imagine these guys being the new NWO?
Imagine them coming out of the Wolf Pack.
Oh, God. Oh, actual old NWO music, and it's like, how many how many versions of the NWO do you need, man? Like, fucking hell.
LWO, BWO, NWO Hollywood.
Yeah,
you had NWO Wolfpack.
NWO 2000 with Jeff Jarrett,
NWO,
Scott Steiner, and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
And then 2000, you had the WWE NWO, technically.
Yeah.
It's like,
oof, God.
I mean, I was telling you about this. I was watching a video. Someone made, like, what if John Cena had turned heel back in 2012? And I was cool with it until the end where the reveal was he was going to form a new NWO. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if they had did this in 2012, it would have been bad.
Yeah, it would not have worked. The NWO concept does not work in the current wrestling today.
It didn't work in 2002.
No, it just no. The cow was already milk dry. There was no more milk left in the teat. There was,
and then a lot of those legend NWO guys are old as fuck.
Yeah, like who would have been like the original member that's coming in and say, yeah,
Hogan. You think Hogan would have did it?
I don't know, because Kevin Nash came out on Twitter and said it wasn't him and it wasn't X-Pac. So the only two guys I can think of would be either Scott Hall, R.I.P., or it would have been Hogan. But either way, it still don't make any sense, because, like, why would these guys, top of the food chain at the NWO, pretty much give...
Also, if Hogan picked anybody for the NWO, he's not picking these fucks.
No.
Sorry. If you're really going to do this, right, wouldn't he have picked, like, a Roman Reigns, a Randy Orton, like, someone with, like, value? Not Lars Sullivan, who hadn't even done shit by this point outside of NXT. And Nakamura, I'm sorry, he doesn't fit in the NWO. Imagine Nakamura in NWO gear.
You know what I think it is, Trey? It's like, hey, all these guys are from different, like, countries. You know, Lars Sullivan from the United States. You got Nakamura from Japan. You got Cesaro from Switzerland, and you have Sheamus from Ireland. And that's like, you know what? That's the new NWO. That's the new World Order.
League of Nations 2.0.
Yeah.
League of Nations 2.0.
League of Nations 2.0. I was like, you all just
with the NWO name.
Yeah, like you didn't have to call him NWO to get him over. It don't work.
No, dude. Imagine them coming out every week with the black and white.
This would have been legit. This would have been me and Trey's reaction if we saw this go down.
That's about some unadulterated bullshit.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Like, all I would see is, like, this is just wannabe MWO fanboys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's what I thought of Bullet Club. That's all I saw him as.
Yeah,
it was just wannabe NWO, dude.
Oh, dude, Bullet Club was the ripoff of the NWO and DX. Something it was. It was guys who didn't have any talent.
Imagine seeing these guys in NWO shirts coming out. I would just think these are NWO fanboys.
You know, thank God they freaking went with the Retribution Act. Even though that was dog shit group, at least that was like its own original thing.
Better than this, because
the hurt business. We had the hurt business better than this shit. My God.
Like, them coming out to NWO music, and are they gonna do the NWO poses and shit?
Oh, can you imagine all them doing
the Too Sweet?
Yeah, the Too Sweet. Oh my God. Yeah.
All four of them together. Oh God. And then we were to get beatdowns that basically were just beatdowns we saw from 1996 through 98.
Yeah.
And who would they have feuded with? What? And also, would they have been heels?
No, Vince. If Vince was booking, they would have probably feuded with the Bloodline. Probably.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Bloodline. No.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude.
God. Anyway.
Thank God for the COVID test. Jesus.
So anyway, going back to another story real quick, we're going to cover this. There's some new owners of not a new wrestling company. It's in the UK, but anyways, Nikki Cross and Big Damo. If you don't remember Big Damo, he was a part of the Sanity group with Eric Young back in the day.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, they bought DEFY Wrestling. So Trey, do you want to read that for the chat right there?
breaking Big Demo or Damo and Nikki Cross, Damo and Nikki Cross acquired Progress Wrestling. That's cool. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think this is a good look. This is obviously this just the whole semantics, like all this, that, and the other. Can't wait because this place is produced like Will Ospreay, Tony Storm, yada yada yada, et cetera, et cetera. I'm glad this happened. This is and also this shows too that people actually saved their fucking money when they got out of WWE, and now they're able to control their own. I'm not gonna say narrative because we know how that company worked out, but like, get to help out and give back to the business and like still be involved in it some way, shape, or form. Even though I know Big Damo's and MLW. Sorry, nobody fucking watches that show.
They are going on YouTube. I think they're having that show soon. I don't know when, but soon.
Yeah, I saw. I'll tell you off. Well, you know what? I'll tell you now. I saw it. Dijakovic's there, and like, there's this one guy. I guess he's Samoan. I don't really know what he is, but anyways, he's like getting injured with someone dropped a dumbbell on his head, and that's what they're doing for like a storyline. I'm like, huh? So that happened, and like Dijakovic comes out, and he's like, I know who did it. I know who did it. And all of a sudden, the guy in a mask came out, hits him with the back of the head, or in the back, knocks him out. Big Damo shows up. He comes and gives the guy that running cross body. All of a sudden, the other guy with the mask comes in, takes off the mask, and it's oh my god, it's Alexander Wolf from Sanity and Imperium.
Oh.
So now they're both together in MLW. Like I said, I have not watched MLW, and I couldn't tell you how long, but yeah, I have no interest in watching that show. But I thought this was an interesting thing that Big Damo and Nikki Cross invested in this company. So I think that's I think it's a good thing that happened. So hopefully I don't know if they'll get a TV deal or nothing like that, because this is in the UK, so I don't know how that all works over there. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is a good place for keeping indie wrestling alive for other talent to get their foot in the door with other companies.
Yeah. And I'm assuming if she's so friendly with WWE, she probably could get some of these people there. If she really, even with how she was let go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you still have contact. These people still have contacts within WWE.
Oh, sure. Sure.
And she doesn't seem like the burn the bridge type.
No, she's not. I don't think she's gonna go be doing shoot interviews and complain every 5 seconds, like, oh, they kept me down and all that stuff. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think this is a good way to keep indie wrestling alive. And like I said, you can have them, go to TNA, go to MLW, go to New Japan, go to freaking WWE, AEW, whatever the case may be. So I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. And speaking of other companies, we were going to cover TNA, but oh, fucking hell. That show, man. Oh, God.
Dude, WWE gave them a gift wrap handbasket they could have ran with. Because let's be real, WWE is why they have a TV deal again for the first time since 2014. And they are fucking it. They're just fucking it.
Oh, it's they are dropping.
You know what they're doing next week? What they're doing next week? It's going to be Broken Matt Hardy or Brother Nearest, one of them, against one of the members in the Righteous in a Garden of Eden match. Whatever the fuck that means.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Is there going to be a tree with a freaking forbidden apple?
I don't know.
That's some fucking. Oh my god, that's some fucking Russo dog shit booking.
Dungeon of Doom shit, bro.
What the actual fuck?
And why is the Hardys only feuding with the Righteous?
Yeah, that's the only tag team they got there. Apparently, it's like, God, man, this company is like,
or the System.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then you got that.
You know what, Trey? We're gonna cover that shit. We're gonna cover that video. We're just gonna do it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it.
TNA is bad.
Yeah, I'll get it set up in a minute. But here's this one from AEW. So AEW right here is coming out with their own streaming service, by the way. So it's called MyAEW. So Trey, you want to read that real quick for the chat regarding New Japan World?
AEW content for New Japan World users in Japan will no longer be available on the platform following the conclusion of the current contract term on August 31st, 2026. So about 2 months from now.
Yeah.
New editions of AEW Dynamite and Collision will no longer be added on the end of June for free new episodes. From July onward, fans in Japan can view MyAEW. Wow, AEW is absolutely fucked New Japan, dude. They have royally fucked New Japan bad, bro. This partnership, holy shit.
Yeah, it's definitely one-sided for them.
It's like the TNA one. I think this is worse than the TNA one, but it's reminding me of that.
Yeah, it's definitely one-sided. Like, here's what Tony said too, real quick, about what he was talking about. Is it Sharon? No, I totally just dropped it in it. Okay, sorry. Right here. Let me get this set up. Tony also made an announcement regarding AEW World that he wants to do this to it, which I'm fine with it, but it's just like, I don't think anyone's gonna pay for it because people don't even pay for Honor Club now. So it's like, why are people gonna invest in another streaming service? Like, yeah, and plus it's gonna be 3 tiers.
Especially if you already do ESPN also, if you're also a WWE fan.
Yeah.
And Peacock.
Well, if you got Max, you know, it already includes with your stuff. Like, you know, you can buy the pay-per-views through Max, and you can buy, like, I think it's like a percentage off. Like, if you buy if you buy the pay-per-views, tier 1 is like $10 a month, a week or a month, whatever the case may be, for the actual shows for AEW. So that includes Collision and Dynamite, right? Then you want the pay-per-views, it's like $24 to $34 on there. And then there's a third tier, I can't remember what it was. I think it was like $145 for all of it to like have 24-hour like content of AEW. But like right here, like Tony, if you want to read that Trey, what Tony said he wants to do with the MyAEW thing.
Tony noted that he does plan for MyAEW to feature content for multiple wrestling promotions. MyAEW is primarily focused on international, but we do have the domestic service, and it has a lot of great content. Press exit out. And we plan to feature wrestling from multiple promotions. We've just added QT's great promotion. We have One Fall Wrestling now. My God, that's a terrible wrestling name, by the way. One Fall Wrestling?
That's
bad.
That's gay.
Bad.
That's gay.
That sounds like a movie. Like if you made a movie about wrestling, it sounds like a fake movie, like a company from a movie.
Yeah, dude.
Like it sounds like a fake One Fall Wrestling. Okay. Anyway. But we're looking to add other promotions to MyAEW. What, like Ring of Honor, I'm assuming?
I think like indie promotions like DEFY.
Yeah, DEFY
Wrestling, or maybe, you know, the
CMLL.
But I don't know if you consider CMLL an independent company. Like, you know what I mean? Though it's like one of those things.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, well, one of the companies are on television, right? Like, you know, maybe like maybe OVW, because I don't think OVW is on anywhere. I could be wrong, but I don't like maybe OVW.
I don't think it is. Yeah,
stuff like that. Those type of promotions, but yeah.
And okay. But we're looking to add other promotions for MyAEW, make it a hub for pro wrestling all over the world. Of course, for a lot of fans, it's already become a great destination. It's been a key part of our international strategy. But also here in the U.S., there's great promotions we can make available on MyAEW. Still, we have all our focus here pushed towards HBO Max and Warner Brothers Discovery. Tony, I don't hate the idea. I just don't think anyone's going to care.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Trey, because speaking about Warner Brothers real quick, and we'll go back to what we're talking about. This just dropped not even 25 minutes ago. Like this dropped before we even went live. So like right here, if you want to read that.
Oh, this story. For all the discussion regarding Paramount airing TKO-owned UFC, a Paramount source indicated that there was no exclusivity that would prevent AEW from being brought aboard. I don't think they're being brought aboard, though, even with this. I just don't. I don't see it. Like, if
Yeah.
you're on the Paramount side, what value do you see in AEW? They don't bring in ratings.
I think it's besides like live sports like hockey or they don't even have basketball no more on there, so that's a no go. But like maybe for a live weekly content, I think that AEW does give them the best said ratings weekly for their network, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if I'm one of these executives and I'm like, okay, we need live content every week, but we go and say, hey, Collision's only drawing like 400,000 people, and I think it's even drawing less than that. So I'm giving them just a benefit of the doubt. Yeah, what is it, like 1,000, maybe 100,000, 200,000? I think it was
200,000, 300,000. Occasionally, they can get a 5 if it's close.
When this show debuted, chat, by the way, Collision was given 6s and 7s in the millions. Oh, I'm sorry, not in the millions. It was in 700. It was between 700, 600K, 700K, and 800K. That's what they were getting when they first started off with Collision when CM Punk was booking it. And then when Punk got fired, the product and the show went down tremendously. My God. Like, legit. Collision was the best wrestling show than Raw, SmackDown, and Dynamite. Legit. I was watching every week and I was glued. I couldn't wait till Saturday night hit 8 o'clock to watch the shows because the shows were that good. They were that enjoyable to watch. Like the first episode we had Samoa Joe teaming up with Juice Robinson and Jay White against Punk and FTR. And it was a freaking awesome match in the United Center. It was great. God. But anyway, going back to Revisionist History now. But this show, if I'm an executive, I'm telling Tony, hey, look, we don't want this show. It's not doing nothing for us. We're done with Collision. It's gonna be kind of like AEW. What was that? Rampage. They thought
Rampage or AEW Dark.
Yeah, or Dark. Yeah, they thought Rampage was gonna be like their SmackDown. That didn't happen that didn't work out for them. So yeah, I think they'll probably drop Collision if they do bring AEW aboard.
They're definitely dropping Collision.
Yeah.
Because
UFC does the pay-per-views on Saturdays sometimes on Paramount. So I think it'll be we already have a time slot filled for that set 8 o'clock prime time hour. We don't want Collision, so that show's getting dropped. But I can see Dynamite getting brought aboard. Now, would they give Dynamite 3 hours?
No.
I don't know, because here's the thing though, Trey. The roster they've got, even though that we don't really like what they do majority of the time, right?
Yeah.
I think it's justified for Dynamite to be 3 hours in SmackDown, because SmackDown does not have the roster to do 3 hours.
I don't think either should be 3 hours. My thing is, if I'm an executive, I don't think Dynamite justifies the ratings though. Honestly, they dwindle. They go up to 7, but then now they're stuck in the 600s again, or even lower.
Well, let's see what I don't even know what the number was for this past week. So maybe MJF boosted it back up. I don't know, because I know when Darby was a champion, it sure didn't help matter.
It was dwindling down to 500, 80. It was in real time. You were seeing the numbers drop.
Yeah,
because they were getting a little over 600 when MJF was champion. They were even getting to the 700s. But then But here's the thing, though. I think Darby did the damage. I don't know if people care.
I can't blame.
Dynamite,
I can't blame Darby. I can't blame Darby.
I don't blame him either.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, the writing of him caused this damage to where I just think there's apathy again.
Yeah, it didn't work out, and people can say what they want. I saw other podcasts say Darby Allin's title reign was one of the best ones of all time because of the story they told, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I get the story part, but the greatest of all time? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
The world title should not be defended every week, and then we're continuing it with MJF. Why is he defending his title? He's a heel.
I don't mind him saying Darby was defending the title because he was a fighting champion, and when he wrestled against MJF at the pay-per-view, he gave and gave and gave all those weeks, and now he showed up at the big dance, and now he kind of failed, but he still raised the banner for AEW and brought, he brought a fighting spirit for him being a champion. That's fine. I didn't have a problem with that. The problem was we all knew this was happening when he won the belt in freaking Washington and Seattle.
Just they wanted to try to pop a rating Mania week. That's why.
Pop a rating for Darby's hometown, pop a rating, and then have MJF, then have MJF then go and regain it back in New York.
It was so dumb. We know all Ospreay's beating him, right?
You would think, but who knows what they're going to do with Ospreay? They might just leave him with the Death Riders and leave him to obscurity. Like, I don't even know why he's even associated with these guys. Well, like, what the fuck is?
Well, if they don't do Ospreay, then what do they do? Who beats Hangman again?
I don't know.
Hangman again?
I don't know. I do not know.
Swerve? Do they turn Swerve face again for the 50th time?
Maybe they freaking put Kenny Omega back out there. I honestly don't know. Like, the Owen Hart tournament's going on right now. I think Ospreay is going to win. Like, out of all those guys, like, I think Ospreay will win. But the problem is, like, y'all should have been building this up when he came back, not him going to feed with the Death Riders. Like, yeah, you should have brought him out and immediately confront MJF after the Hangman match, not confront Mox. Here's my thing. He should have came back and this is the way I would have booked it real quick. And then we're going to move on to the other our articles, and we're going to react to that video that one guy made. When he came back in kayfabe wise, they broke his neck on what pay-per-view was that? The one in Texas. You know what I'm talking about? Was that All Out? All out, whatever. One of the all pay-per-views, right? So they broke his neck in kayfabe, I think. No, you know what? No. It was at Forbidden Door. They broke Ospreay's neck in Forbidden Door in that weird freaking War Games cage match that was really weird when they teamed up with Tanahashi and stuff like that. Yeah. So they broke his neck there, right? Kayfabe wise, like, all right, he's gonna be out for months. Blah blah blah. Death Riders took him out. He comes back and like he gets his revenge on Moxley, but Moxley at that time was already showing signs of being a babyface. And then when Ospreay came back, you started to be a tweener. Yeah, so when Ospreay comes back at the pay-per-view, whatever that pay-per-view was, I think it was Revolution, right?
Revolution, I was there.
Yeah. So he comes back at Revolution.
That, Mox was shaking hands with Take a Shit.
Yeah, Takeshita. Yeah, so he was doing that. Then all of a sudden, he comes down and attacks Moxley. And it's like, okay, I know what's going on. Because, like, I knew what was going on when Ospreay got taken out by the Death Riders. He's come back for his revenge. But if I'm a guy buying this pay-per-view for the first time, and I see this, man, this Ospreay guy's a piece of shit attacking this dude after his match. Like,
because Mox looks like a babyface.
Yeah, like he was positioned to be the hero in that story. And then, he came out there and attacked them all. And then all of a sudden, he's
even before that match, he was kind of showing signs. Yeah. He made what's his face get the haircut.
Yeah. Wheeler
Useless. Yeah, Wheeler Yuta.
Useless Yuta. So that happens, right? And then they have the match between him and Moxley. I think it was a Dynasty, I think it was. They have their match and he beats them. Then after that, he's like, I'm gonna teach you how to be a real badass. Watch this.
They're cool now. They're just cool now. What? And Mox saves them too from the Chalice family.
Yeah, it's just like, what the actual fuck is this shit? It's like,
so I guess they're all just baby faces now.
I guess, but it's like this too, Trey. It's like, I'm an old school fan. Like, I watch more old school than Trey does. And that's not a dig. I'm just saying, like, I watch old stuff like from the 70s.
Like, you go far back. Yeah,
I go back. Like, I watch stuff. You know what I mean? Like Larry Sabisco and Bruno Sammartino. Like, Bruno was the top guy in the 70s for the WWE or for the WWF, right? Or WWF, right? And then they had like a storyline where they had Larry Sabisco, the living legend. If y'all know Larry Sabisco, he was the mentor. He was being mentored by Bruno. And finally, he had enough, and he had enough of Bruno, and he broke Bruno's neck. He hit him with a wooden chair and broke his neck. Blah, 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 right? Could you imagine if Bruno Sammartino, which by the way, that their match happened at Shea Stadium back in the day, where Hogan and Andre took on each other before Hogan was Hogan. the big star of Hulk Hogan, and Bruno worked against Sabisco to get his revenge. And I'm just like, could you imagine if Bruno would have freaking came back, beat Sabisco, then shook his hand and said, "Yeah, I'll team with you again"? It's like, what? Why the fuck would you do this?
Yeah.
And it's the same way with Ospreay and the Death Riders. Like, what is John Moxley going to teach Will Ospreay what to fucking do? What a shitty ass submission? Really?
Yeah.
All right. Cool story. All right. Whatever. But anyway, moving on. We're going to talk about another tag team because I think this is relevant to what's going on in WWE. Allegedly, FTR's contract, ladies and gentlemen, is coming up, and they might be getting contacted to go back to WWE. So, Trey, do you want to read that for the chat real quick?
Yeah. FTR, they are approaching the option year of their AEW deal, having signed a 4-year agreement in 2023. Sources describe FTR as believing their value and consistency should place them among AEW's top-tier acts financially. There has also reportedly been at least preliminary interest from WWE communicated through mutual contacts as the situation draws attention internally.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We covered this, I think, the last time we went live. WWE wants to get back in the tag team division, even though they fired half their tag team division in the first place with the Machine Guns, et cetera, et cetera. And they said they're going to build their teams within. My thing is this: if they're going to go to get FTR, cool. But also, too, I kind of doubt they do go after FTR because if they're trying to save money and FTR wants to get paid, I don't see them going to give them the money that they want to come in.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Trey?
I mean, they have been AEW for a while.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I am mixed because I don't really like those people because to me, they're as much of a shill as MJF are. More specific, Dax. I'll specify as a Dax.
Yeah.
Is a company shill. But if he does come back, I mean, it would help. I mean, I'm going to give WWE a chance to try to fix this tag division because, I mean, this would show they're trying, right?
You would think, but also, too, it's like, why the fuck did you get rid of the Machine Guns? Because these guys in the Machine Guns could have been a banger.
That would have, you could do them in Fraxium.
Maybe, but the problem is, like, say these guys came in, FTR came back, and they're back as the Revival, I guess you would say, right? Whatever name they're going to come back to. Number one, who are they going to work with? And two, what echelon tag team or whatever are they going to be like doing with? Like what's their big feud coming in? Like what they're going to come in and feud against R-Truth and Damian Priest?
It'd have to be the Usos. It'd have to be the Usos.
Maybe, but
I mean, we were talking about it with the Young Cucks, so if they get them, then we would just be watching an AEW feud in WWE. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean that too, but it's just like also Jody. It's like WWE, like they've done nothing to build the tag team division. The tag team division has been crap for the past few years now.
The Vision and R-Truth and Damian Priest are your tag team champions.
And then you got the Street Profits. They're going back here. They're going back to that line again.
Oh, I guess you could do FTR and Street Profits. That's something.
Maybe, but is that like a money drawing match? Like, to you, it's like,
No.
that's my interest. No. Like, no, it's just not. Like, if you know that, like, the rumors going on around right now, they're saying Big Bill's deal is done, coming up soon with AEW, and Enzo Amore is going back to NXT. So it's like, do you really want to see FTR against Enzo and Cass? I don't. Like,
not really.
No, like, I don't want that at all.
What, do you want to see them in the Vision? No,
not really.
Maybe if it was Braun and Bronson.
But like I said, no. I would have loved to have seen FTR versus the Machine Guns. That would have been great. And you want to see them against the MFTs? I would have rather have seen them fought against the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. Even though Tongaloa was a fucking botching machine, tag team wise, I think it would have been all right, the match.
But now you're left with Tama Tonga. What would it be, Tama and Tala?
I guess, but again, it's just like
that's not a money match.
No, it's not. It's like the Usos match is the only one that actually makes sense. Excuse me. Yeah,
the thing is, but they're not the bloodline Usos who are healed.
And you know, and we got that feud back in 2019, almost 2020, when it's because
2017 too.
Yeah, that was one of the last teams they wrestled against before they left WWE, because they wrestled against the Usos at Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
and their whole feud was about the Usos caught FTR shaving each other's backs in the showers. It's like, oh, God.
And it was like Uzi hot and shit they were doing.
Yeah, it's again. I think FTR will stay in AEW. I think Tony will make it very financially appealing for them to stay. Just I don't know what they do for, and that's another thing too for AEW. I really don't know who they fight in AEW, because I mean, you know, they just lost to Edge and Christian, and it's just like you want to see them against I don't know, David Finlay and Chuck Connors.
No,
I guess that could work for FTR, but again, I think these guys deserve to have like big money matches. Like their best tag team matches, besides wrestling against Gargano and Ciampa and NXT back in the day, their matches against the Briscoes, my God, great tag team wrestling. Just absolutely amazing stuff. And sadly, we can't get that. You know, obviously Jay's not with us no more, so that's not going to happen. So it's just like I don't know what these guys do.
I thought of one. If they go to WWE, if they put the Lucha Brothers together.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if they will, because I think WWE is still happy to have Penta as a singles guy, because even though we all like Phoenix, it's just like between Penta and Phoenix is like, yeah, Penta's more over and more exciting and appealing to me as a viewer than Phoenix. Like, it's just, he's there. Like, that's a problem we thought was going to happen when he came over anyways. You thought the grass was going to be greener, and then it just did not pan out for him. But let's get to the meat and the potatoes of the main portion of the show, shall we? It's in the thumbnail. So we're going to talk about Mick Foley joining AEW for a minute.
Good old Mick Foley.
Good old Mick. We're going to, there you go. Trey, you want to read this real quick before we go and dissect this whole bowl of shit?
All right. Mick Foley comments after officially becoming All Elite at Double or Nothing. I am so genuinely happy to be part of AEW and contribute in a small way to such an amazing night of wrestling. You fucking shill. God damn. Day one and you're already shilling.
Right shit. Here's my reactions to this.
What a mark.
That's about some unadulterated bullshit.
Guess what, brother? So what? Nobody cares.
Yeah. Like, Foley. We're not going to get political here, but we have to bring his name up. You left WWE.
Yeah, go ahead.
You left WWE because, their partnership or supposed partnership with Donald Trump. You go to Tony Khan, even though his entire family donated to Trump.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, leaves WWE because of Trump association, joins AEW where Tony Khan's the Khans donated to Trump, and and has talent to support him. So yeah, that's Mick Foley's mindset, right? So that's what we think. Here's my thing about it. I've heard this about Kevin Nash say that they've changed the royalties and stuff like that. And again, this has got nothing to do with politics from us. We're just saying it's kind of ironic. The guy who says, I can't be in WWE because their association with the Trump administration goes to the company where the Khans, just like we just showed you, the Khans Chad Khan and Tony Khan donated money to Donald Trump's campaign not once, but twice in 2020 and in 2024. And now he's all hunky-dory to join AEW. And he kind of went, I don't know if you guys saw it too. I can't play the clip because I think AEW will claim us, so I don't want that to happen. Like on the pre-show, which by the way, they brought him out into the pre-show. They didn't bring him out on the actual main card. At Louis Armstrong Arena.
Get fucked, Foley.
So that they brought him in, and he tells Renee Young, exact quote, I stopped watching wrestling for the past couple of years. He said AEW it revitalized my love for professional wrestling. So I am going to say something right here now. Two things. One, well, actually three things. Excuse me. Three things. One, he only joined AEW because Tony offered him a god-awful amount of money that he's not worth to join the company. Two, he said this same bullshit in 2008 when he joined TNA Wrestling.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He said the same bullshit. He said, I stopped watching, stopped being a part of the product because I got tired of it and all that stuff. And TNA made me fall back in love with professional wrestling. He said the same bullshit in 2008. And number three, I do think the main reason why he joined this company is because he wants to either have he wants to have another fucking match that no one wants to fucking see against.
Yeah, no one wants to see his fat ass wrestle. Yeah, no one wants to see that.
Yeah, no one wants to see that bullshit. Either he's going to try to get a match between freaking Jon Moxley, Darby Allin, or MJF, because he's already been on the record that he said if he can have one more match, he said it would be against MJF. The guy can barely walk. He suffers. I'm not breaking any freaking news here, ladies and gentlemen. Watch Mick Foley talk. Something's up neurologically. I think he's got early stages of something. I don't know. I am not a medical doctor, so let me put that disclaimer out there. I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a medical physician at all. I'm just saying for being an observer. Every time he talks now, he's always blinking. And to me, that's like saying something's up with the brain. And grant you, I know he's got freaking multiple concussions, and that probably does not.
It's probably CTE. It might just be CTE.
Maybe, but it's just like he suffers from neurological issues. Someone said that I cannot disclose who this person is. Someone says he has the early stages of the Parkinson's. So I don't know, but I'd be very surprised if. Now, grant you, we've had people like Paul Walterhausen say, "Well, he can have another match." It's just like that. It's just like Sting. They said Sting couldn't wrestle. I said this on Twitter, on the pin down Twitter to him. You are comparing apples to oranges. Sting still looked like an athlete. He could still go. His problem was his neck, and the doctors cleared him, and he was able to still do what he did. Right. Foley, on the other hand, is a half-crippled man. He can barely walk. He looks god-awful. He looks like a meth head on the streets of New York. And you mean to tell me, and honestly, too, if I'm the doctor, Doc Sampson, I'd be like, I can't medically clear this guy. Because it's just like, there's just no way. Look at them. He can barely walk to the ring. You think this guy can actually throw a punch? You think he can freaking go in there and wrestle a 15, 20-minute match? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I don't need to see. We always go at Ric Flair, right? He should retire. Mick, retire your fat ass, please.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to see that bullshit.
Like, it's just he can't go. Like he's a broken down man. You can't fucking work. You can't go.
No, you can't.
He can't. Honestly, it's just I don't get it. Like these guys, I understand people like they can't stop being away from the spotlight, right? Like it's like, oh, I just want to have one more match, like blah blah blah. Hogan talked about a one more match before all the way until he passed away, for fuck's sake, and he can barely walk. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't get it. And again, I am not a Mick Foley fan. I don't like Mick Foley. I think he's a baby back crybaby bitch. He cries about every fucking thing. Says the guy who's got so many moral, like more.
Vince
I have
McMahon
moral.
made him cry, Tyler. Remember that? Vince McMahon made him cry.
Yeah, it's just like it's so stupid, man. It's just like this guy is such a crybaby. He's a whiner. He doesn't get his way, he quits. Or like you said about Vince McMahon, he's like, "Oh, Vince yelled in my ear, and I told Vince, you will never talk to me like that." And I left the company. And then he goes joins TNA in 2008. Just like I said,
And does nothing. And
did
does nothing.
Like the only thing that he fucking did was come in there and freaking tank the ratings. I didn't fucking help him at all. And like, what's his big like accomplishment? Like he had like what? Didn't he have like a main event match Trey against Sting at one of the lockdowns?
Yeah, I think so.
And beat Sting for the TNA fucking title.
Yeah, that.
It's just God, man. It's like this.
Outside of, I'm gonna be real. Outside of him putting over Triple H and Randy, I'm not a big Foley guy either. I think the Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker's low key overrated. I don't even think that's Foley's best cell match. I think his best cell match is the Triple H one. But I never cared for Foley like that.
Yeah, it's just like the guy is not that talented. People can always say they want, oh, Mick Foley was a great WWE champion. He was a great this and that. No, he fucking was not. Shut the fuck up.
If anything, Rock should have just held the title from Survivor Series 98 to 15. I maintain that. I understand the moment had to happen because I guess in the war it changed the trajectory of the Monday Night Wars. But if we're looking back, WWE was always winning it.
Well, like I said before, name me a match that you remember Mick Foley that's not a fucking hardcore match. Name me one match that people remember Mick Foley besides getting freaking thrown off the cell. That's the only thing that people are reminded about him. That's it. He's a one fucking trick pony. He's the reason why we got guys doing this bullshit right now, jumping off of roofs and fucking putting themselves through fucking tables and shit like that. Like he's the reason why he's got John Moxley doing all the death match bullshit he does, including Nick Cage.
Nick Gage,
not Nicolas Cage, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just like fucking hell, man. And this guy wants to tell everyone, well, I was a part of the problem and let me be a part of the solution. No, you're a fucking prostitute. You fucking prostituted your body because you couldn't fucking work. And that's why you always had a fucking gripe with Ric Flair. And Ric Flair's got his own fucking demons and problems. We all know that, especially the day what happened on Twitter, which I'm not going to bring it up. We'll just leave that for another time. It's just like this guy could not do the schedule that other people did. Ric Flair worked how many hour matches with people around the fucking world, actually could fucking work, actually could fucking talk. You know what? I will say about Foley. I will give him credit. His promo skills are pretty good when it comes to wrestling wise, right? His promos are pretty good.
He did cut good promos.
But besides that, Mick Foley was never a fucking draw. He was always a one-dimensional guy. He was a one-trick fucking pony, and that's the only thing he is. So, fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of Mr. Sacco. Yeah, it's just like it's only you remember his characters. You don't remember Mick Foley. Like I said, like people always say, man, I always remember that Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker. Yeah, that's it, because no one else can name another fucking match besides that one.
Yeah, at least not a normie. Like we could, but
I can't. Honestly, I can't name a Foley match that I can think of. It's just like, yeah, that's a really good match of Foley. No, because every fucking match this motherfucker's had, it's been a fucking no DQ. It's been a no stipulation match.
Yeah.
No disqualification, no DQ all the time. This guy never wrestled one-on-one, one up. Think about it. Randy Orton versus Mick Foley. What was that fucking match? It was like a last man standing match, right?
No, it was a Falls Count Anywhere.
All right, Falls Count Anywhere. Then you got
the hardcore match. Triple H matches. Last man or I Quit match, not I Quit match. Street fight, and then you have the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a commonality here. This guy could never
Edge match, hardcore match.
Yeah,
at 22.
That's what I'm saying. He's a one-trick fucking pony. He's got nothing to offer besides being a hardcore, being a prostitute, and putting his body through tables and shit that people sometimes remember and sometimes don't. That's the Mick Foley way. And then people are like, well, you just hate Mick Foley because he's a hardcore Democrat. I don't give a fuck what anyone is policy wise. I don't fucking care. Mick Foley's just fucking shit. Always has been, always will be. Sorry. Fuck off with that bullshit. But anyways, enough of that meth head. Let's talk about another fucking meth head that freaking reminds me of Mick Foley, and that's Tommy Dreamer and his way he's helping book at TNA. Holy fucking shit.
TNA, dude, it's bad.
Which, by the way, chat, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. It helps us out tremendously for the pod. We're going to cover a video. It's pretty long, so get ready to sit back, grab a snack, grab a drink, because we're going to watch this real quick about TNA, because me and Trey have been watching TNA off and on. We haven't been watching religiously every week, besides watching the debut show on AMC that we liked and a lot of people who didn't like it. But they are shitting the fucking bed on AMC. Holy shit. So we're going to cover this real quick. So let me get this full screened. Okay. Trey, you ready to watch this? I'll take that as a yes. Okay, there we go.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
What were you saying, Trey? Go ahead.
They have really shit the bed. Like, you're right. Like, they have how many opportunities, too?
Yeah. Major network they've had, and God knows how long, and then now they're going to shit the bed. Oh, God. Okay. The 50 reasons why TNA is struggling. So we're going to play this. This is 25 minutes long. So we hopefully you guys stay with us for this entire duration. So that would help us out. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Because I'm going this blind. I don't know what this guy's going to say. I've not watched this video. So.
Smack to the gut. I want to start out with a simple and clear message today. A movement that we should all get behind. Dreamer and Delirious should be dismissed. We're TNA fans and we are pissed. I personally prefer to call them Nightmare and Deluded. Yeah, since TNA arrived on the AMC network, with help from the WWE, the viewership was actually off to a good start at 250,000. But since then, people have tuned out and it's now around 175,000. And it's going to get worse. Major League Wrestling returns this week, and the NWA are going to do their thing too. TNA needs to get their house in order urgently. It's been disaster after disaster. Action has got to be taken, otherwise TNA will forever be remembered as nothing more than a piss-poor developmental brand. So, today I've composed a list of 50 reasons the show sucks Sonny Siaki's ass. I've not actually verified it by counting them, but it is somewhere around 50 reasons. Yes, there are that many reasons. It's extremely concerning, actually, that the show has become this much of an abomination. And kicking us off is the complete lack of storylines on this show. This is not the TNA I grew up with. This is not a wrestling show that I would ever choose to watch. It's just match after match of random people having matches. No reason for it to be happening. Nearly every pay-per-view is the same issue. There might be one match which has a minor storyline. In TNA, for example, we've got Lei Ying Lee and Xia Brookside, who coincidentally are the best part of the show because they've got a damn storyline. But apart from that, there's no effort put into creating any more storylines, and there has not been a good storyline since 2 years ago when Mustafa Ali and Mike Santana feuded over alcohol. Storylines are essential to a wrestling.
To answer your question, last Toxic Male, it's Delirious and Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer is the talent relations guy, and Delirious is the booker, and it's bad. It's really bad.
And he's right about the no stories. They got no real big stories. Santana's just having matches right now.
They got nobody. This roster fucking sucks. Like, let's just be real. This roster sucks, and everyone's like, well, Mike Santana's having a bad run as a champion. I can't blame him. He's got no one to fucking work against.
Outside of Dolph again, do we really need to see him and Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah.
Or Nick Nemeth? Leon Slater's leaving. He's probably going to WWE.
That's that Delirious. Yep, that's that Delirious. Their last Toxic Male. It's that Delirious. Yeah.
Yeah, like you have Leon who's leaving. He's clearly going to WWE. Like it's
either he's going to AEW or TNA or WWE, which
I don't see AEW at all. I think already because he's on the Cena show. I think they had like a back door.
I don't know. I think it just depends on what like how much money that they're willing to give the guy. Honestly, like if
I'm Tony needs to stop citing people. If I'm him, you need a pause on citing people.
Yeah,
focus on your roster. This is the problem. I know we're supposed to be focused on TNA, but this is a big AEW problem too. They keep trying to sign people. As soon as somebody leaves.
Yeah.
You got to pause on that, Tony.
Yep. AEW needs to thin out their roster, and TNA needs to definitely get some people on the show.
Probably get people. It's the opposite. TNA needs people.
Yeah, like for example, like it's not going to happen, but like if you see someone like Brian Cage maybe come back to TNA, that'd be big for them. Someone like someone who's not being used properly in AEW, like hey, we'll give you an opportunity here, blah blah blah. Like someone with some name recognition a little bit, but like this is just bad, bro. But we're going to continue this video real quick.
Show to get people to buy into the feud and why the wrestlers are feuding in the first place. Otherwise, it's just two random dorks fighting for no reason. The second major issue with the show is that it has a boring, weak roster with virtually nobody to care about. Take away Mike Santana, Mustafa Ali, and Slater, and I literally don't care about anybody there. How has it got so bad? There used to be loads of up-and-coming stars in TNA. There used to be a great main event scene. There used to be people everywhere who you could look at and say, okay, they can put on a good match. It's extremely concerning. Why has it got so bad?
I'll tell you why it's gotten so bad. Number one, they're not on fucking Spike TV no more. And number two, Jeff Jarrett's not there to help out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, let's see. Like, they have Tessa Blanchard, but she's just doing nothing.
No,
right?
Yeah, and it's another thing too. They just keep on. TNA brings back these freaking people like freaking Candice Michelle being now she's gonna be an agent for the women's for the Knockouts. It's just like, what the fuck, man?
And you're not doing anything with them. Tessa's the only woman in that company worth a fuck.
Yeah,
doing nothing with her. Having her feud with some newbie in Harley Hudson. It's like, really?
Yeah, dude. This is bad. God. Anyway, let's continue this real quick.
I guess it's all irrelevant though, because anybody who's decent is going to leave within a year, so who cares? Why even bother getting invested in anybody as a fan? It never used to be like that. AJ Styles stayed for way more than a decade, and loads of their talent did the same. Yeah, they recently signed this dude called Ricky Sosa, and he might be something, but why care? He's going to leave in a year or the second he starts showing some talent anyway. The entrance music is terrible. Everybody's song sounds basically the same except the Righteous. You can't tell who anybody's song is for. I've watched the show for 20 episodes so far, and you still don't know who's about to come out.
That's a WWE problem too. I think that's just I think that's just a problem for other promotions.
Modern wrestling. It's a modern wrestling problem. Yeah. It just is. It's like I know Tessa's theme, kind of Santana's. That's it.
I think AEW. I will say about AEW. At least when you hear AEW's theme songs, at least you know who that said person is.
They will pay licensed music. That's the one thing they're actually willing to pay licensed music.
Like when Darby's music hits, like you know it's Darby. You hear that like that dun 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 dun. You know that kind of like drum. Yeah. I guess it's a drum beat. I guess, but like you get that one. But like remember the Rumble a couple years ago in Tampa? Everybody was coming out and everyone's like, who the fuck are these people?
This year's Rumble.
Yeah.
Outside of like Roman.
Yeah.
Rhea in the
Brock
women's
Lesnar.
One.
Yeah.
Brock, Randy, like outside of those guys, if Punk wasn't a Rumble, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like only a couple memorable ones, and then it's just generic music.
Yeah, generic.
Versus watch a Rumble from like 2001, 2002, even with the jobbers, you knew who they were.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like if you hear that screaming Christian voice, that's Christian. You know that's Christian coming out.
Or you got
think you know
me. You think you know me, yeah.
Triple H all about RVD, Triple H with the game, obviously Austin with the glass. Like you know who's coming out. Or can you dig it?
I don't even think Dale Oliver's helping out doing the music anymore. I think he's done too with TNA. So because grant you, chat, Dale Oliver was their longtime composer for TNA. Like he came up with all the theme songs like for TNA back in the day. Like he came up with Jeff Jarrett's My World theme. So All right, let's continue playing this real quick.
Because all the show has is repetitive drones of music. Entrance music is part of the thing of getting somebody over. If you've got a boring, non-existent entrance song, you're already doing your character harm. Going back to the problems with the roster, there is barely an X division. This used to be one
There
of
is
the
no X
USPs of TNA.
Yeah, not at all.
No, dude. Moose, remember, was X Division champion for a while? There.
Yeah. It's just, God, man. This the X Division was one of the reasons why the TNA was so successful.
That was their premier roster, dude.
Yeah.
The Ultimate X match, just like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, you had you had Christopher Daniels, you had Samoa Joe, you had AJ Styles, you had, excuse me.
Kazarian.
Yeah, you had Kazarian, you had Elix Skipper, you had Shane Bentley, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. Like you name a lot of people. Austin
Dima Ion, even Dima Ion.
Yeah, the X Division was a center point for TNA, and now they've gotten away from that. And it's just like no one cares about these people because half the people I see, like who did TNA sign a few months back when they got their deal? They signed that BDE guy, right? That Brandon
BDE.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, he's built like an X Division guy. I don't know a lot about him. I've not watched his YouTube. I think I've seen a video of his.
I remember he helped with the WWE 2K game, and he helped with that shit. And it was one of those like crappy games too. What was that, like 2018?
Was it 2K18?
Yeah, I think it was 2K18 through 2K 2020, and I'm just like, these games are ass. Like they're bad. So I think I do think he helped out those games, but I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it, chat. But I do think he worked for 2K at the time.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue playing this real quick.
It had this really cool range of wrestlers, some fat, some thin, some tall, who could do some crazy moves and have some great matches. And they weren't generic people either. They all had their individual characters and you cared about them. As a long-time TNA fan, the death of the X Division is finally here. There is barely a tag division. In fact, the tag division might be even worse than the X Division. Apart from two hippie tag teams, I can't really think of who else we have. There's one or two jobber tag teams within
That's
factions.
about it. That's kind of it, is the system. But they're a stable. So I guess you got two guys from the stable. Does that count as a tag team, really?
I mean, I guess that Bear Bronson and Brian Myers, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
But that's like de facto, though. I almost don't count like stables as tag teams because you just get two people from said stable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're not like a true ground up tag. You're not even like a tag team just put together with just two people.
And here's another thing too. Here's my problem with TNA. People can't even react to TNA because, like, grant you, like the YouTubers are like, let's just be real. Reactionary YouTubers that watch wrestling on YouTube are pretty cringe. Let's just keep it real, right? Mm-hmm. But TNA is blaming people for like showing the clip on their YouTube channels, like, oh, you know, it's like, you know, if something cool happens, it's getting.
They let them show Bound for Glory. That was it, and now they're back to just the normal. You can't show anything. You just only hear it again. So it's like,
yeah,
TNA, like, you want to get good graces with people.
Like,
let people react to your shit.
Like, for context, chat, we had the Hulk Hogan Sting clip here on the channel, and it was like 34 seconds long. And, you know, I get that's their property. Cool. I'm not trying to claim that. I'm not trying to take, like, you know, this is like my originality stuff. No. But I'm like, I'm showing old school stuff of TNA, and I'm getting hit with the AI bots taking it down. It's just like, this is how you grow as a brand. You know, social media is what you grow, and like you claiming everybody.
I get WWE to an extent. I'm not excusing it, but at least with WWE, they're the head honcho.
Yeah,
right.
WWE's always been like that they've been like that for years.
Even in the 2010s. So it's expected, and they're the big head honcho. Even with AEW, I'll give those two a pass because they're the big two.
But my point being is, Anthem needs to stop being so anal and letting people showcase, like, hey, you know,
you're TNA, dude.
Yeah,
current TNA at that.
You need the help. You guys need
you're not 2008 TNA claiming people, right?
Yeah, like you're not
current TNA.
Yeah, like you're not like 2011 on Spike TV. You know what I mean? Like, let these people get like your name out there and say, hey, look, we actually watched this match. Go out and try to buy AMC Plus and go watch it. You know what I mean?
Or go on AMC Plus. Go watch on AMC if you have it. Like,
yeah. If you have traditional cable, go watch it. But it's just like you claiming everybody does not help you build as a brand, in my opinion, because you guys need all the fucking help you can get.
They don't wrestle regularly together. Why would I care about them? The System faction has gone on for way too long. It's been years. It's unbearable, lazy, and pointless. They have tried to upgrade the characters recently. Fine, but the leader is still a slapnut. They constantly have 8-man tags, and you can bet your ass they'll be in some sort of War Games match at Lockdown. They're also determined to keep Eddie's wife around too, even though nobody likes her or wants her on the telly. They did a storyline where Moose was getting kicked out of the...
She's the drizzling shits. She's been the drizzling shits.
Same from, let me tell you something. Fuck off.
It's the same thing with this bitch. So back when they were on Access TV, I was like, when I had cable, I was watching them from time to time, right? And I was watching it. I'm just like, she's so insufferable. She's fucking boring. She's got no personality.
Like heel way, like where you're supposed to think she's insufferable. In a way, you still like hearing them talk, right?
Yeah, it's like Karen Angle. Like, that's a prime example. Karen Angle was a bitch that everyone hated. Like, man, fuck this cunt. We can't stand her. You know what I mean? Like, she's just the worst.
But you still kind of like hearing her in a strange way.
Like she was still intriguing to watch as a character on TV because she was good at her job. Like, you know what I mean?
Vicky Guerrero did a better job at this.
Yeah,
Stephanie McMahon is probably the best example I would say of this.
Yeah, and it's just like this is just like it's so boring. The Vision, this is a worse version of the Vision, honestly. Like this is like
Judgment Day. This is Judgment Day. Like, because it's every week. You can't beat the system. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, even as baby faces, when they turned babyface for that short time before Johnny Curtis left, right? Yeah, they still cut those promos.
Well, look at them. It's all a bunch of fucking mid-carders. It's a fucking. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't have any problem with these guys in real life. But
I like Cedric, but he shouldn't. Why is he a heel? He's a much better babyface.
But perception is reality. This fucking group is a bottom feeding. They're bottom feeders. Like the word is Kevin Nash. They're the snails in the fucking fish tank.
How many times can we watch them say you can't beat the system? How many times?
Yeah, it's just boring. Like Brian Myers, like out of all these people as workers, Brian Myers is probably the best.
Yeah, I'd agree. I never liked Eddie Edwards. I like Cedric. He shouldn't be a heel, though.
I liked Eddie in Ring of Honor. I liked when he was in Ring of Honor teaming up with Davey Richards, and then he came to TNA as the Wolves. I liked their tag team, and I liked Eddie Edwards as a singles guy in the early days of Ring of Honor. But just like, excuse me. The Bear Bronson guy. Never watched him, so I can't say anything about the guy.
He looks like he knew Kevin Owens. Cedric should not be a heel. Like, I remember when they first brought him in TNA, he was a babyface, and then they just let's put him in the system.
You know who he reminds me of, Trey? Like look wise. He reminds me of Sawyer Fulton. Remember Sawyer Fulton?
Oh my god! Holy shit! Yes.
Yeah, that's what he reminds me of.
Oh fuck, bro, Sawyer Fulton.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's just like, okay, let's just continue this. This is gonna be long. We gotta get through this a little bit.
Slapnut system. He was gonna run through them. He did that. Then he, like a dumbass, took on Eddie Slapnut Edwards' wife as a manager. A few weeks later, she predictably turned on him, and that was that. The whole thing was a waste of time. He might as well have stayed with them. It led to nothing. They're all over every single show, so much so to the point that you puke. The show feels lifeless. You just turn it on and everything looks depressing and slow motion and dreary, like nobody cares or loves the show. From the fans who barely clap their hands together, to the lack of pyro, to the boring entrance songs, to the boring Titantron, to the boring wrestlers, to the lack of identity, TNA is lifeless. One of my personal hatreds with the show is that they keep showing the weird president dude for no reason. Seriously, why does he need to be a character? He looks horrible. He's just a creepy, weird dude, and it makes the whole show look strange.
I mean, I don't have a problem with Carlos Silva. It's fine, but like he shouldn't be on the show like for every match. Like he should not. I agree with this guy. He should not be like a Dixie Carter back in the day, right? Like it just doesn't work that way. Like
No. It's cringy. Like, it's just everywhere. He has to award the title when somebody wins a championship. Imagine if Vince did that every fucking week. Oh, do you see this comment, Tyler?
Yeah, I see the comment. Hey, dude, what I'm trying to say is I don't fucking care. Good for him that he helps children that are sick children, all that shit. That's not my problem. My problem is with making he's a crybaby. That's if you go back and watch the show, go back and watch it.
He can help sick kids all he wants. Does not mean I have to like him.
Yeah, I can like it's respectful. He can go and help the sick children, help victims, whatever the case may be. That's fine. I don't fucking care. My point being is Mick Foley's not some fucking savior of the fucking world in the wrestling business. Sorry.
People shit on John Cena even when he did the Make-A-Wish stuff. So
yeah,
why can't that apply to Foley?
I usually don't highlight his comments, but
this guy's mad. He's big mad.
Okay. All right, buddy. Okay.
So I guess we can never talk about wrestlers then? So should I never talk about Rhea Ripley because I guess I'm a nobody?
Guess what, brother? So what? Nobody cares.
That's my comment, and we're going to move on.
Yeah, we're going to move on from that.
But thank you for being here. Appreciate it, though.
I don't understand why he's always here. At the end of any title match, he's just suddenly creeping into the ring to present a title belt. Nobody wants to see you, dude. Go away. You're not a main character. They could take him off the show, and the show wouldn't lose anything. In fact, it would gain. It's not like he's a wrestling legend. He's just a guy who turned up in TNA one day, so nobody wants to see him. They must get him off the screen as soon as possible. There are actually technically 4 authority figures on this show, but despite that...
Wait a minute, is there really?
Yeah, Carlos Silva, Daria Ray, or Sonya Deville, she's one. Yeah. Santino, I'm trying to remember who the fourth is, but yeah, dude, it's like you basically
is Dreamer one? Honestly, that's all I'm asking.
Technically, Dreamer kind of is one. So yeah, you have 4, but on screen it's these 2, which I don't get. Santino, just go to WWE, bro. Take a Legends deal. Let Daria Ray, Sonya be the heel GM. I don't get this. Why, Santino? You're not even doing anything in TNA. There's at least some stuff in WWE. Like, you can actually do some segments with him and, like, I'm not even the biggest Danhausen fan, but you can do stuff with him and Danhausen. You know?
I guess, but you know what? Honestly, it's like...
Just retire. We could do that, too.
It's like this. That's what I would do. Obviously, this isn't working. And honestly, I don't even know where Carlos Silva came from. I don't know what is, like... I don't know if he's like a Anthem, worker. It's like, hey, you like wrestling, so we're going to make you the president or whatever type of deal. I have no idea. I never knew who Carlos Silva was, right?
Yeah, not before this. No, not at all.
No. If I'm Anthem, if he's available, I'm going back to Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, you try to get Jeff Jarrett.
I'm trying to get Jeff Jarrett back. Hey, Jeff, look, we're going to give you the book. Do you want to come back and be the booker? Do you want to go and be the on-screen figure to be the matchmaker, or do you want to find someone to be the matchmaker that makes sense, that's neutral for everyone involved? Don't give me this freaking heel GM and babyface GM and all that bullshit. Give me one book. Give me one authority figure that plays it right down the middle for both sides. He's not pandering to anybody. Kind of like what we have right now with Raw and SmackDown. Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce. Yeah. Because I think the heel authority figures does not work.
It's outdated. It doesn't work anymore. None of you are Vince McMahon. You're not even Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any of you could get to that level of heel GM.
Yeah.
So just stop.
That's the thing. Yeah. So yeah, if I was Anthem, try to get Jeff Jarrett back, and honestly, people can say what they want, I'd bring back Jeff Jarrett to win the TNA title. And I remember, like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it's like, honestly, he was never TNA world champion. He was always the NWA world champion. And you need asses and seats and people to watch. And I think that would be interesting to see Jeff Jarrett back to fight Mike Santana and then right off to the sunset and actually be the quote unquote booker for TNA going forward. Because this whole show needs an upgrade.
And you can just have Santana get the win back, and then that's how you send off Jeff, right? That could be Jeff's last match, right? Yeah. So you don't even have to turn Jeff heel during this kind of thing. You don't even have to do any of that. He wins the title. Santana unless this is, I don't know. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think Santana's on his way out too. I think after he loses the title, he's probably on his way to WWE.
Yeah, he's probably going NXT. He's probably going NXT. All right,
I mean, they kind of need him. They kind of need him, for being real with you. They need him.
Oh, NXT needs all the help they can get. I mean, never mind. Anyway, let's move on.
It's not clear who actually holds the authority. We've got President Cuckold Carlos Silva. We've got Santina Morella. We've got Daria Spray. And then we've got the board, who all seem to be able to make matches, but sometimes certain characters can't make matches, and the other people have to make matches above them. For instance, this week, Santino was unable to make a match that he wanted, but Daria could make as many matches as she wanted. The whole thing's confusing, and it just serves to waste as much time as possible. We don't need 4 authority figures on a show that's this lifeless and pointless. It's not like these guys are out of control. Just stick to one at most. The Slapnut system are really not that unruly. You could control them with one smack to the gut each, I promise you. They regularly have pay-per-views in TNA, which would be good, but they don't ever hype up more than one match on the pay-per-view. For example, they are doing a tag team ladder match coming up for literally no reason other than to have a good match. If they had a bunch of guys who were literally tearing each other apart every week and feuding, then you could understand having a ladder match. It's meant to be a high-stake match to settle a feud. But there is no feud to settle in the first place. They're also going to do this with Ultimate X soon, even though there has been no X Division on TV other than 2 guys. It does not make you want to watch the match. It's just a bunch of random people fighting for no reason. TNA has had more chances than any other wrestling company. They've had all the advertising, all the advice, and all the support from WWE, and this is the best that they can do. A show full of slapnuts. Seriously, how many chances are they going to be given over the years? They've blown it so many times, and people still forgive them. Would other companies be able to get away with this? Their in-ring product isn't even that good. They will mostly have one pretty good match each week. I can admit that. But the match doesn't actually usually have any reason for it to be happening in the first place. It's usually Elijah going, oh, I'm going to have a casket match next week because I think I'm The Undertaker. And it's usually a very good match. But how about a storyline leading into that match? Don't you think that would make the match even better? Rather than just a bunch of random stips every week?
It's 2026. Why is Elijah still here?
Yeah, he's basically just Elias, dude. But yeah, he's just Elias. They just changed the name.
Remember when he said he was retired and he's going to become a televangelist, or he was going to be
I remember that.
a preacher, and like he was going to
that was short-lived.
Yeah, read the Bible. It's like, I'm gonna go on Twitch and read the Bible. Like, I'm not mocking him for that, but it's just like he said he was done wrestling altogether, but then he gets right back into it. It's like, yeah, the Bible verses ain't really paying the bills, I guess. I mean,
and this, why does he do a tombstone? Doesn't even fit his character. What was this? I don't even remember what his finish was in WWE. It wasn't a tombstone. I didn't know that.
No, it wasn't. It was the drift away. It wasn't like that freaking that one freaking like Crossroads type of, or Sister Abigail type of finish.
Yeah, honestly, he should do that. That looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Now I'm remembering. Yeah, it was that.
It was something like that. Yeah,
it's better than this. Let's look at this tombstone. It looks bad.
Yeah. Anyway.
Apart from that, there's nothing you'll see on TNA that you won't see that's better on WWE or AEW. That is a fact. If you were going to claim to have the best in-ring product as part of your identity, you could at least agree with them and say, okay, I see what you're trying to do here. But instead, it's nothing. Most TNA shows go off air with an anticlimactic feel to them. Something will happen, the cuckold will be in the ring presenting the belt, they'll be raising the champion's arm, and you're just waiting for something to happen, and you're thinking, and nothing happens. This isn't the wrestling show you grew up with. Nothing happens. The whole point about a main event is that something happens. You're meant to be sticking around to the end of the show for the big cliffhanger. There's never a cliffhanger with TNA, so why would you watch the next week? They don't even know the basics of television. The show is written by people with zero imagination. Seriously, these people must have been on smartphones from the age of 2. They must have never had a single thought in their head. The Hawk was on his own for most of his childhood, and I was forever planning matches in my head and storylines. And the thing is, when you start giving people characters, the storylines instantly follow. The two things go hand in hand. But if you're not going to be creative with number one, it's going to be hard to be creative and add storylines for number 2. This is a really poor example, but I've literally just thought of it off the top of my head. So you've got Cora Jade, who they're kind of saying is the only one, touching on the fact that she has her website. Don't forget to buy her toenails. And in
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, I think that was a joke, but yeah, she has an OnlyFans or something like that. Yeah.
I guess this thumbnail really pissed off a lot of people.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we made some people mad.
Okay. I'm crying. Okay, I'm a wrestling fan. Say my opinion.
I love that comeback. You say they're crying, but you're crying. Yeah. Owned. Pause, bro. Pause.
What a mark.
Yep.
Anyway. Yeah, so she's legit. She's selling her toenail clippings on OnlyFans. God.
I hope that's not real. I hope that's a joke.
God. Okay.
Yeah, she's not good. Cora Jade's not good. I don't know really why TNA hired her back or hired her.
I don't either, but I mean, I watched her NXT. I didn't think she was that great, but I think that was more like a thing like she needed more people to work with because the WWE system's kind of like the WWE system. Like they don't really branch off into other like styles of wrestling. And I think that's what she needed. Like she needed to work with other people. Like I don't know why she's not working against Tessa Blanchard. I don't know why she's not working against.
That would be a feud right now. Honestly, I'd have her be like an upcoming babyface against the Tessa Blanchard, but no, I guess she's a heel too.
Yeah.
Or why don't you put her with Tessa instead of Alicia Fox?
She's too young for me there, Last Saxon Male. I can't make a comment. That's too,
I'll say it. She's okay looking. She's not anything special.
I mean, I think she's got a decent look. I don't think like she's like God put a bag over her head, but it's just like my biggest thing is her work. It's just like kind of like
doing so, you're acknowledging it. So you might as well go fully in on it and do a storyline about how one of the wrestlers is subscribed to her website and his girlfriend doesn't like it, thus setting up a feud between Cora Jade and the guy's girlfriend. Done. You've made a character, and now you're going to be able to milk that character for storylines. It all makes sense. When something happens on the show, it never leads to anything. For example...
Yeah, we all know the reason why Ryan Nimbus got a job. The guy is a freaking bum. He sucks.
He's fucking awful. Yeah.
You ever hear him talk? His promos are it's so milk.
My brother.
Yeah, like his promos are so milk toast, dude. It's like, oh my god. All right.
For example, the show went off the air recently with Moose found knocked out backstage. The very next week, it was just revealed straight away who did it. Another example, Santana and Macklin met in a bar. They literally just chatted and nothing happened as the show went off the air. People were hoping for some sort of angle around the drinks as Santana is a recovering alcoholic. But no, nothing happens. Nobody spiked his drink. Nobody slipped Ritalin in his drink and Dayron. No, really, but why bother putting them in a bar if it's not going to mean anything? They are masters at destroying their own momentum. They screwed up both Joe Hendry and Mike Santana's time to get the belt for no reason other than to just swerve people. All it did was swerve people to another wrestling show. You could only piss people off so much in a short amount of time, with zero payoff, and then you would have lost them forever. TNA spent last year giving out spots.
Yeah, why the fuck is AJ Francis still on this show?
I wanted to talk about that when we were watching this video. Why does he still have a job? He does nothing. He's not a good heel. He can't work.
No, he's just.
When I was watching TNA last year, he was like the worst parts of the show.
Yeah, even when he was in WWE, he was god awful. Like remember that freaking tope suicida he did?
Oh,
he landed right on the freaking
yeah, that was so bad.
Like that was dangerous, but it's like God, man. Like
but then he tries to carry himself like he's this top heel. Like I'm the reason TNA matters. Like no. You don't get to tweet like you're Drew McIntyre and then be the truth like shit.
Yeah, he's not a star. The guy's just...
You notice he's doing that now? Or not now, but like the last couple of years, he's been trying to do the Drew McIntyre thing, like on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work because like you're not good. You're not good.
It's not.
You can't.
It's not good.
You can't have a gimmick like that and then be the drizzling shit. That I think it was a triple threat match. It was Eric Young, Macklin, and AJ Francis. That was one of the worst matches. If it had just been Eric Young and Macklin, I don't love those guys really. They're whatever.
Hey, real quick, who is this? Is that Desmond Xavier?
Yeah, that's Wesley.
Okay, I thought he was in AEW now.
Yeah, he's in AEW now. This is like last year when he was still in NXT. They were doing the NXT TNA shit.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I was gonna say, he's here now again. Okay.
It's the WWE developmental wrestlers. How does that help TNA? Well, they sold some tickets in the short run, and they had higher viewership. Now, without those guys on the show, the roster feels somehow even weaker. So you wasted time building up guys who weren't even part of your show, the guys left the show, and congratulations, you have a hole on your show. Dumbass. All of last year, WWE guys kept turning up on the show and getting title shots for literally no reason. TNA wrestlers started doing the same thing to NXT, but it led to nothing. Fans wanted some sort of invasion angle or a reason that any of this is happening, but instead it was never explained and it quietly stopped. TNA lost all their long-term wrestlers, which weakened their roster, annoyed fans, and destroyed any continuity for the future. WWE took Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry, who were their major stars, but AEW took virtually their entire mid-card, all the talented guys who could go in the ring. So TNA lost not just the entertainers, but the workhorses as well. This should never have been allowed to happen, but TNA are dumb. They give out short-term contracts, which is really stupid when you have wrestlers on your roster who could potentially be something in the future.
Vinci.
If you're dealing with a bunch of...
They only signed up apparently through the summer. Why? Why would you sign up for like at least 2 years?
I heard someone say it was a proving ground to prove themselves, and I'm like, what?
Stop! You needed money, people. You're not WWE. TNA. WWE can kind of pull that shit. They can get away with doing that. Well, you're not them.
Like they could afford it. Like, regardless how we think about the shows, it's just like okay, but it's like TNA is a totally different entity. Like it's a total like
you don't have the money to do this. You need these motherfuckers.
You guys need all the help you can get, dude. Like WWE, if they want to do that, they could do that, right? But like you guys are on pretty much, let's be real, they're on a fixed income, all right? Like this is just
you're on a fixed income. You're paid like you were like by check, right?
Yeah, like,
you're paid by check.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would you pull this shit? You gotta prove them. Really?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
We need people, or you need people.
Yeah, you guys need people desperately because like this talent roster is god awful, bro. It's bad.
Outside of Tessa Blanchard and Mike Santana, maybe Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali should be doing more what he's doing right now in TNA.
Mustafa Ali, like that's what going back to the system. If you need a new heel stable, why don't you just let the Order 4 be the new bad guys? You don't need the system anymore. Mustafa Ali's good. Give him the world title. But no, we're going to keep giving the mid-card titles.
Yeah.
Why? Why won't you just... I got it in WWE why he didn't get pushed, because he didn't have this gimmick then. But there's no excuse now. TNA, you made him a good star, but you keep... Oh, we're going to give him the international title. Why isn't he facing Santana?
Yeah. I don't know.
What are you doing?
Good Lord.
Because Santana... I don't even think Santana has an opponent right now. Really. At least I could think of. Yeah, Order 4, yeah. He should. Honestly, last talk to me, I would have had him beat Santana a while ago, to be honest with you. Yeah, me.
And plus, they lost Jake something, even though he's in AEW now doing nothing. But like, he was something I always thought was like interesting, like wild card for TNA, but that didn't.
Yeah, they didn't do anything with him.
No. Even what's his name? Not Van Hammer. The big jacked up blonde headed dude that showed up on NXT a couple months last year.
Yeah. I forgot his name. I know you're talking about.
Hammerstone.
Yeah, Hammerstone.
They let him go. I don't know where he's at, but
yeah, I think he's in like the Indies. I think right now. I don't know what indie, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, well, let's continue this.
If nobody's fine. They're never going to go to amount to anything, so who cares? But if they're potentially, a future star like Joe Hendry, lock him down. If you're Leon Slater, 6'2", athletic as hell, everybody knows about him, lock him down. Other companies manage to lock people into 3-year deals. Why can't TNA do it? If they were able to do this, it would give some continuity to the show, and it would give people a reason to stick around and watch wrestlers' growth. The show has no charm. You just watch it and you feel depressed. They've recently started doing the occasional appearance from wrestlers from TNA's past, but then you quickly realise it's a waste of time and it means nothing. There is clearly no budget. It can be seen by the poor signings that TNA have made, the inability to rebuild any of the divisions that are decimated. Yet somehow, they create the image that they do have money, which leads to false expectations amongst the fans. Seriously, look at any message board. They think they're signing Aleister Black, for example. They think they're signing this guy, that guy. No. The TNA signings are going to be the very bottom of what WWE have scraped off their boot. That's what you get. That's your limit. The show feels really cheap, by the way. The entrance ramp looks like it's made out of a water slide. The Titantron is depressing. There's no pyro ever. There's no confetti ever. Everything just feels the same. You can stop watching TNA and then start watching it 6 months later, and barely anything will have changed. The Slapnut system will be on the telly still every week. Moose will be doing something just outside the main event scene, but still not really mattering or fulfilling any potential that he once had. There'll be people raving about a random match that happened once, even though it will never happen again because one of the guys doesn't belong to TNA. And one thing I can absolutely guarantee you is that no meaningful storyline will be happening. But it's not just that they lack the storylines. The writing is so lazy they can't even do basic things. No thought goes into anything they do. The last time I reviewed the show, I critiqued a simple line which anybody could have got if you had a simple bone in your body of creative. Channing Stacks was making fun of Santino Marella and saying that his daughter only cares about Channing Stacks now and doesn't want Santino anymore. All he had to say was, "I'm her daddy now," and that would have been the ultimate heel line and it would have made him look cool and badass. But instead, couldn't even be bothered to say that, and instead he just said some nonsense.
What that made him cool and badass for saying, "I'm her daddy now"?
No. Stack sucks, dude. He's not it.
That's the drizzle.
That's the problem.
That's the drizzling shit.
Dude, they try to have, like, this is like almost the worst version of Mark Miro and Stable, but the same effects happening. People only care about Ariana. They don't care about Stacks.
No. No one. Here's the thing. Remember the other guy was in the freaking group with them, with the fake Italians? What were they called?
Yeah.
That dude. Not D'Angelo. Not the.
The other guy. Yeah,
the other one, the long-haired guy. Like, we haven't even seen where that guy's at in months.
Yeah,
so I don't even know if he's even employed. Like, I'm not even trying to be a dick. I'm just being real. I don't know if he's even employed.
Like, you could put Lexus King in this spot because they're all in this birthright group. You could fill in Lexus King and it would still have the same effect.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah, well, last time I was right. Yeah, she's the attraction, not Stacks. Stacks is
this is Fable and Mark Miro, like a worse version, but it's kind of the same deal. Like,
this is a bad version of like Edge and Lita from 2006.
I think they're trying to be that, and it's ironic. Dom and Liv are doing that better than them.
Yeah,
this isn't working.
No, like, she's a star and he's the bum. I'll just be real. Like,
yeah, there was Maria Kanellis and Mike Kanellis.
Oh, Mike Bennett. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, let's play this.
And this happens every week on TNA. They don't put the thought into anything. It's like they just say, "Okay, just say this in the most monotone way possible." It's like AI wrote this show. They constantly do.
I mean, if AI wrote the show, it might be a little bit better.
It'd probably be better.
I'm not a fucking AI component guy, but it might be. It might be just a little bit better. Just.
Better than Delirious and Dreamer. Shit, man.
That's another thing too. Why the fuck are we using yellow ropes or yellow cables? Can we just have a totally like new vamped look to this product?
TNA always use the red. Just use the red.
Not even the red. Just like if this is supposed to be a new Impact, supposed to be like a brand new, brand new show that no one's seen before. It's a brand new look. Everything's different, right? Have some like neon, like dark green ropes, or like freaking
dark green,
purple, or
black,
like
even
something that stands out that pops. It's like this yellow crap looks like freaking yellow hazard tape. Like it doesn't look good. It looks like a worse version of NXT back in the day when they had the yellow ropes.
Yeah.
Like, it's just what it looks like to me. And like this right here, Mustafa.
Yeah, why him?
Gangsters.
You brought in Mickey James to feud with the Elegance brand.
Yeah,
that went nowhere.
yeah. It's like,
where's Mickey James at? She hasn't been on for like months.
No, she ain't been on there since she had that 6-woman tag match. She tagged with Taryn Terrell and ODB. And they fucked off.
We're all three of them fucked off.
It's like wow,
Elegance brand are feuding with literally nobody right now.
Yeah, remember the freaking TNA pay-per-views they had back in the day with when Hogan and Bischoff were in charge? What was those shows called? The TNA One Night Only shit.
Yeah, when it was on TV, right?
Yeah, it was like pay-per-view. Yeah, pay-per-view. It's like this is what it reminds me of. It was like everyone from like your favorites from the 90s and 80s, like, I got one more match left in me, brother. I ain't booked. It's like
they feud with the Elegance brand, and then that goes nowhere. Mr. Elegance hasn't even wrestled, and he's going to mention that later.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, let's play this.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Battle Royals, open challenges, and random title matches as a way to not bother doing any storylines. It's getting old. Last year, it was a bunch of WWE guys getting title shots for no reason. This year, it's random other reasons for title shots. Recently, a guy was given a world title shot due to being in the best shape.
Hold on. Is that Rich Swann?
Yeah, that's Rich Swann. He's not in the whatever. I forgot. First Class with AJ Francis anymore. He turned babyface, so he's not really doing anything right now.
My dog. I didn't know who this was.
Yeah, he looks way different because he had the hair before.
Like he's right here. He looks like a totally different person right here. Hold on.
He almost looks like Sheldon, like a smaller version of Sheldon.
Recently, a guy was given a world title shot due to.
He looks like a crackhead trying to score a rock.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh no! He looks like a crackhead as fuck.
Like he looks like a fucking crackhead. Oh my god! I like Rich Swann, but fuck, man, you look like legit. I didn't know who this was until I'm like, wait a minute, this guy looks like body type wise, he looks familiar. And I'm like, I can't see his face because he's running, but it's like, is this Rich Swann? Like,
yeah, he does not look good. I don't know what this look is though. He looks better with the hair, to be honest. I don't know why he got rid of the hair.
I mean, he was balding, but still, though, man, fuck.
He probably should have kept it. This is probably a case right that he should have just kept it.
Yeah, like, man.
Fuck.
Okay, anyway.
And the gear doesn't help either. He looked better in the tights he used to wear. I don't know why he's wearing trunks.
Yeah, like, oh, man. Never mind. No, just move on.
Being in the best shape of his career. Wow, what a great story, TNA. That really makes me want to watch the match. Fantastic. Mike Santana's world title reign. I don't hate Mike Santana. I actually think he's pretty good. But I also think he's better chasing the world title.
Yeah.
He won the world title in January.
Yeah, I'm with him on that one because it's the same way. It's like, what was it, like Dusty? Dusty was a good champion, but like he was a really good chaser. You know what I mean? It's the same way with Cody. Cody's a good world champion, but when Cody's chasing for the belt, it adds more to the match to me, the story.
Yeah.
But again, this guy's got no one to work with. Look at the fucking roster. What do you want to do?
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler, who has the call your shot pseudo Money in the Bank shit, which he hasn't used yet.
Oh, he'll probably cash it in Slammiversary. Watch.
Yeah, but we've already seen Santana Ziggler. You saw that like last year, like a couple of times.
Listen, Trey. Let's just look. What's the old saying? Don't ask questions. Just consume product.
Yeah, just consume product. Yeah,
consume product.
You can't. What we've already done Macklin, so I think that's done. They haven't set up at least with the Knockouts title. They got her Laying Lee, Xia Li.
I do like her. I liked her when she was in NXT. I thought she had a great upside to her.
Good.
I thought it was such when they let her go.
But once again, instead of having your feud with, I don't know, Tessa Blanchard, you know what they're having your feud with? Xia Brookside trying to be a heel, and it's painful. She is not good as a heel.
Yeah.
It's one of those cases where you know the person's super nice and they're trying to play a heel, and it's just not there.
Yeah, it's like 2010 Jeff Hardy. No one wanted to boo Jeff Hardy.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
it's kind of like Kalani Jordan NXT right now. I feel the same way with her. You're not a heel. You don't have it in you. Just be a nice person. I don't get it.
They're just some people that can never be a heel. It's like it's the Ricky Steamboat.
Javon, I think,
Ricky
is one of those
Morton thing. You know what I mean? Ricky
I think
Morton.
I think Javon's one of those too. I think some people are just forever baby faces. There's nothing wrong with that in my mind.
I think they're going to try to give him more of an edge. In the words of Kevin Nash,
you can give him an edge. You don't have to turn him heel.
Yeah, don't do what Kevin Nash said to do, like being angry at the world. Like, I'm an angry black man in a white man's world.
Yeah, because we need an angry black man gimmick again. Because Keanu Carver's already the angry black man. Jasper Troy is the angry black man. And what are they doing right now?
Yeah, just don't do it. That's outdated too. People are like, "Oh, let's just go back to that." No, it don't work. It
don't work. You feel generic, and you're just another angry black man.
Yeah, like
and I don't want to get into stereotypes right now. So, but yeah, like.
Well, yeah,
and it ultimately goes nowhere. You're not building a character. You're just angry.
Yeah, like
where does that go?
Yeah, what did Kevin Nash call Javon? Even though I do like Javon, what do you call him? The tap dancing Bojangles or whatever. I didn't know who Bojangles was. Like, I heard of the chicken restaurant. I'm like, that's someone Bojangles I knew. Like, I'm not even trying to be like racist or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, I didn't know who Bojangles was. I had to go look it up. And I'm like, I don't see that at all with that guy. Like, I don't see him like being that type of like character on TV.
I think he was just trying to say he needed an edge. It's just you know, he worded it wrong and he's a white man.
But the problem is, I don't know if you give him an edge, I don't know if the fans are gonna buy it.
No, it's gonna be the Zaya Brooks side effect, what they're doing with her now. You're just it's like Ricky Steamboat, like you said.
Yeah.
You can't pull it off. That's when it's bad.
Yeah,
you can't pull it off.
Sting. Look at Sting. Sting did not work as a heel. They tried their damnedest, but it just didn't work.
No, it didn't work. He's too much of a nice guy.
And they didn't do it not once. They did it twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you know what? 3 times. They did it 3 times to Sting. WCW. Yeah, WCW. The main event Mafia. And then coming back to saying he's going to take out Hogan and Bischoff.
Oh, when he was going at RVD. Remember when he kept randomly attacking RVD?
Even though I was watching TNA at that time, I'm like, nah, there's something up to this. Sting knows what's going. Like, there's something like something devastating going to happen to TNA, and Sting's trying to prevent it. Like, I never bought that Sting was a heel. And then their big idea was, I got an idea. Let's turn the biggest baby face in the entire wrestling business, and let's turn Jeff Hardy heel to join Immortal. Great booking. Fucking hell.
Be there, be triangular. Or some shit.
Yeah, what was his name? The Antichrist, the professional wrestling?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah. Remember when he was giving people concussions? Like, I got a new finisher. It's called the concussion. I'm like, what?
What the fuck? What? Yeah.
What? All right, Jeff. All right. Good God.
Can you believe it or not, back at the debut, and nothing has happened since. 2 damn years ago it was that they did the storyline with Mustafa Ali and people like that, but nothing's happened since. It's kind of unfair to judge Santana's title reign because they've given him literally nothing to work with, but it's been pretty horrible. At the same time, I doubt anyone could do any better with what TNA give them to work with. For some reason, TNA are determined to keep Mustafa Ali away from the world title, even though he's probably the best all-rounder left on the damn show at this point. He never disappoints, no matter how lame the show is. He's one of the guys who lives up to the moniker, go hard or go home. I love Mustafa Ali, and he should have the world title or be in that zone at this time. One thing I don't like about him, they gave him his own faction, Order 4, which has done literally nothing for anybody else. None of these people are over. They're all just bodies. They never wrestle. It's a waste of time. The Aces and Eights were more established than these guys, and they wore masks for half the time. The Hardy Boys, Teen in 2015.
No, geez, don't mention. No, God, please don't mention Aces and Eights. That fucking stable was dog shit too.
That was dog shit too. Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bischoff.
Oh God. Yeah, you mean Team freaking Sons of Anarchy? Yeah.
The Hardy Boys, dude. Just go back to WWE. Can they just go back to WWE?
The big plot. Bully Ray's the leader.
Bully Ray and Diva. So the Dudley Boys lead a biker group for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess the Dudley Boys are like, you know what? Let's form a biker group.
Trey, you know what we need in Dudleyville? Hell's Angels. That's what we need.
Oh, I know, right? Like, what the fuck? Oh, you don't be wrong. The reveal was good. We watched it a couple. It's minus Hogan's acting. That was bad. Logan and Brooks' acting were terrible.
Dude,
but the segment itself was good.
Dude,
but my God.
Happened. I was like, are you kidding me? He's the fucking leader.
Yeah, we had to do that whole fake mayor's shit for nothing. And then he ends up getting with Brooke Tessmacher. Remember that?
Last Toxic Male. The only thing that people are they're reminded by the Aces and Eights was their theme song. Their theme song was actually fucking pretty good.
Yeah, and they had a good theme song, but then it turns out it was the Dudley Boys who ran it.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, cool, I guess. Like, all right.
Dudleys wanted to be bikers.
Welcome to Dudleyville, where Aces and Eights is the new way to go. It's like, what?
Yeah.
It was cool.
But then you got
Broken Heart.
Yeah, the Hardys gotta go. Or not gotta go, but they gotta go to WWE. Just do your retirement run in WWE. Because this is not working.
What they want, but yeah.
This isn't working, man. You guys, like, we're trying to revive the broken shit every couple years, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, the broken stuff has not been relevant since 2022, maybe.
I would say 2016. It was cool. I mean, I didn't like it, but it was super over like 2016, 17.
Honestly, Trey, that's what kept TNA afloat in that time. Because on that show in 2016, you talk about the show being bad now, that show was even worse.
Oh, dude.
My God. We had freaking like what was it? We had Josh Matthews teaming up with Scott Steiner against Jeremy Borash with the Biss. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Changed the game and they were breathing some life back into TNA. They have also feuded with the exact same tag team, the Righteous, for the entire run of 20 episodes on AMC. We get it. You don't like each other. In fact, it kind of feels like they do like each other. I don't know. Is this heading anywhere?
Literally, they've been feuding all of 2026. Literally so far.
Not progressing, just kind of existing in a pointless place. People say that WWE are doing this to them deliberately. I actually say no. I know exactly what's going to happen. When the deal runs out, WWE will not buy them, but TNA will not leave them. Instead, I think they'll sign another multi-year deal, and things will continue exactly the same. Because for me, that's the most disappointing thing that could happen. More limbo. Dolph Ziggler. He feels like just another guy on this show. People were actually excited when he...
I mean, Grant, he's always like just another guy on the show, including WWE.
Yeah, Dolph's never been it, man. And I don't know. No. I don't care how much the IWC loved this guy. He was never it, bro. He never had that it factor.
Good worker.
Even to this... Yeah, go ahead.
No, good worker. Just, I don't think anyone gave a shit about him.
But, like, people try to say, oh, why did they fumble Dolph? He fumbled himself. The truth is, he just wasn't it, man. I'm sorry, IWC. The guys he's back a lot of the time. I feel the same way about Cesaro. You just don't back the right guys that just aren't it. You only like Dolph because he could sell, kind of. And in my opinion, I actually don't think he could sell. I always thought he overdid it. Like, every match was like, think Shawn Michaels 2005, but every fucking match.
When I think of that, I think about when Dolph did the overselling thing. I think of Mr. Perfect more than anybody.
But I feel like Mr. Perfect was believable. Dolph did it
right. That's what I was gonna say. Like Dolph, like he took a spear great. When he got hit with the spear, he got hit with it really great. Like for example, Goldberg. Remember when Goldberg just
or the Edge one?
Yeah.
Or the Edge one? Yeah, but like outside of that, yeah, you're right. Like every other move, it's like he just died. It was no like the RKO. He should not sell like that. Not at all. Yeah. I always feel like the RKO. He should just like his face hits the floor and then he turns around. That's it. No, like I gotta slam myself 20 times. You're not The Rock, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely not The Rock overselling the stunner. It's just not.
And then the thing is with The Rock, he didn't do that every match.
No.
He signed for TNA. He hasn't really done that much. He hasn't really had any storylines to work with.
He won one world title, that's it.
Brother. He's like been dragged down to the TNA indie level at this point. Dolph Ziggler turns up on the show, and it might as well be Cody Deaner, because they both carry the same aura at this time in TNA. There is a lack of young male wrestlers within this company who are prospects. Who are you seriously looking at and thinking future world champion? That's part of the fun of being invested in a wrestling show, you know. Watching someone grow from a young dweeb into a champion. other than Ricky Sosa, who will not stay here if he does well after 1 year, who are we even looking at here? The taping schedule sucks. They seem to tape 4 shows at a time, with the first being live, but this means that once a month they put on a slightly better show, followed by 3 lifeless, disgusting, pointless shows in front of an exhausted crowd. By using these people on the show, they were pissed.
Yeah. EC3's back. What the fuck's he done since being back besides having a match against Eric Young?
Nothing. Like, why did you bring it back just to feud with fucking Eric Young? Really?
Control your narrative. Control my narrative. I can't fucking work for shit and get a job consistently. Like I'm not even trying to make fun of like EC3. I don't mind the guy, but it's just like he gets released. He goes, he gets released from WWE.
He stayed in NWA too long. He stayed in NWA way too long, dude.
He was Derek Bateman in WWE NXT. Got cut, went to TNA, became an EC3, actually became something was actually worth watching at the time. The guy's got a victory over Sting, by the way. Grant you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. He goes in there and wins the world title. Then he has the dog shit stuff with Matt Hardy, the money Matt, which was god awful.
Yeah. Which they should have been opposite. EC3 should have been the heel, but for whatever reason, they had to have Matt Hardy be the heel.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
And then he went to NXT. Then he went to the main roster. They didn't do nothing with him. Then he got fired. Then he went to
NWA.
Yeah, then he wants to go do his own Control Your Narrative promotion that went nowhere.
Then went to NWA.
Yeah, then went to NWA and just
stayed there way too long. And I think that's one of the reasons he started looking. He stayed there like how long?
Yeah, and then he doesn't even look the same either. He looks like he's off the gas, honestly. Like he's off something, and like his tattoos are dog shit. It's just like, dude, what happened?
And you bring him back to feud with Eric Young instead of like, I don't even like the system, but the system would have made more sense.
Yeah. By the way, this face is kind of funny.
Yeah, what is this pause?
All right, let's continue this bad screenshot.
Off new fans who didn't want to see these people as they saw them as old, dated, and they just heard all the bad stories about them. All they'd read is all the insults people had left for them online. But this also pissed off TNA fans who knew that EC3 and Tessa had more to offer. And with Tessa, it goes further because you've got the racism stuff. But you don't make her wrestle well. Instead, you just make them watch somebody they don't want to see wrestle badly. Great going, TNA. Really great stuff.
Done nothing with her.
Back. Wow, they jobbed him out over 3 shows and he was just gone. There had to be some storylines you could have done there. It didn't have to be a world title storyline, but you could have done something of interest there, TNA. You didn't put any effort into it. I mean, it writes itself, doesn't it? He wants to take the company back for his auntie, something along those lines. And I hate them, but he could also go with the Slapnut system, you know. What is he, a 3-time world champion? Or was it 2 times? But it makes sense, damn it. They lost fans when they wouldn't let wrestlers work indie shows over WrestleMania weekend with AEW wrestlers, which just seems so petty.
I don't blame it. This is the one thing I don't agree with them on. I don't really blame TNA for this. The more I think about it,
I'm mixed on it because I mean, here's the thing: if you're someone who hasn't watched TNA in a long time, you see like, wait a minute, Dolph Ziggler's a fucking TNA guy working against MJF and stuff like that. I don't see the big deal is honestly like next year if I'm Carlos Silva, pull the trigger because I'm like WWE is going to be in Saudi Arabia. Where's WrestleMania weekend going to be at next year? So you're going to need something of interest. So why not pull the trigger then like that next year? Honestly,
yeah.
But I get where you're coming from though, because like if someone like who knows, people can have like have a bitch fit and like, oh well, my guy's not losing to this guy and blah blah blah. Just like guys, in TNA's case, just fucking.
And I think AEW is doing a pay-per-view on the same day. I think Lockdown. I don't know. They're doing a show on the same day as the TNA one, and I think Carlos got wind of that. He's like, you know what, fuck you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, like freaking. When did Lockdown take place? Beginning of the year, right?
Usually March. I don't know why. For some reason, it's like
it was always the April pay-per-view for TNA. It was always April. Was Lockdown.
Yeah, March or April. They kind of flip-flop between those months. But yeah, all of a sudden it's like later in the year, which is weird.
Yeah, that's a weird time period to do that. But anyway, let's continue this.
TNA show feels. The wrestlers within TNA can't be earning that much money, so it's very harsh on the wrestlers to cancel their bookings outside of the show. All that's going to do is make certain wrestlers look at AEW a bit more closely. It wouldn't surprise me if some more leave this year for AEW. Yeah. Another thing they do is keep randomly putting nostalgia acts on TV for literally no reason other than to make people get the false impression that something is happening on the show. For example, on a recent TNA show, nothing happened the entire show, but then Buff Bagwell turned up and everyone was surprised, and it kind of felt like something was happening. He proceeded to say he would somehow wrestle again despite having his leg chopped off, and then he disappeared, never to be mentioned again. Why are we wasting time on this? It could have been a separate YouTube video. It doesn't help anybody on the TNA roster. And if Buff Bagwell really is going to wrestle a match, I doubt it would happen in TNA. The Knockouts tag titles have not been defended in over 4 months.
Yep,
so much
it's
like
been that long.
These belts, they are pointless and they still exist, but they shouldn't. But talking of the Knockouts tag titles, somehow former Knockouts tag team champion Eric Young is now back in the men's main event scene. Even though just a few weeks ago he was doing a storyline about how he was the gatekeeper.
Oh God, are they going to do Eric Young and fucking Mike Santana?
Probably. Probably.
Oh
I love
God,
Eric Young as much as the next guy, but it's time
brother.
to move on. You can't tell me you seriously want to watch another Eric Young world title match at this time. He can't be nostalgia because he's never gone away. And it just feels like he does the same thing every year. He's slightly crazy, and he's slightly mad, and he's slightly angry, but he could still be your great-granddad. It just feels
and also he just does pile drive.
Yeah, and going back to Buff Bagwell for a minute, I do think Buff Bagwell is going to work for TNA. Well, I think it's not going to happen until they go back to Atlanta. If it's going to be a pay-per-view or it's going to be an Impact, I think he will wrestle a match for TNA.
I mean, it's something, but then it's like you're doing what he just said. You're just relying on nostalgia acts.
Right.
And then going back to what you were saying about Eric Young, he is right. It is the same thing. He goes crazy at some point. Okay, maybe he's a face guy, clotheslines him out the ring. You know what happens the next week? Eric Young comes out, attacks him, and then pile drives him, either in the middle of the ring or on the floor. And then they have the match, which is like some extreme bullshit, and then Eric Young loses.
Well, you know what's hilarious though, Trey? Like, remember when he this is what TNA's always done with Eric Young. They've always tried to make him serious, and then he goes right back being the comedy guy. And then he goes, then I'm serious again. It's like, what?
The only thing is he's not gone back to the comedy thing. He's just crazy dude now.
Yeah, now he's that. But like before then, like in TNA.
Yeah, for that, it was flip-flop. I'm serious, then I'm comedy Eric Young again. Yeah. And then I'm serious again, and then I'm comedy Eric Young again.
Don't fire Eric and all that stuff. It's just like, good Lord.
They don't know what to do with him.
No matter how.
Remember they copied the Daniel Bryan storyline with him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
They just keep on doing it. Maybe that's our fault for encouraging them and continuing to watch. Maybe we shouldn't watch. The Elegance brand. Jesus Christ, the Elegance brand. So it was a complete rip-off of the beautiful people in the first place, but without any of the charm of the beautiful people and none of the sex appeal either. Mr. Elegance is not Billy Gunn by any stretch of the imagination. I think the act looks a bit jarring in modern day. I don't think it helps that there's such a low budget surrounding it. I think WWE would pull off this act a lot better. TNA can't afford to do all the glitz and glamour that needs to go along with an act like this. So they just look out of place and feel awkward. And the guy never wrestles, he's just a dude on the show. There is no buzz for fans.
He never wrestles, but he's in wrestling gear.
That year that they did the tournament for half the year because they ran out of money. They ran out of TV. I can't remember what it was. It was TNA doing TNA stuff, all right.
LOL TNA.
I can agree the show is very depressing. Originally, the deal with the WWE seemed to help TNA attendances, but now they have to give out free tickets to lots of their shows. People.
Oh.
We're back to that. Yeah, we're basically back to that, what they used to do in the Impact Zone.
Yeah, they're going back to the old freaking free comps. Oh, God.
Yeah,
man.
basically what they did in the Impact Zone and at Universal. Yeah.
Oh,
that's sad, dude. How far are you fallen?
God.
Will have to be practically kidnapped off the street and forced to attend. I guess without the WWE wrestlers on the card, it can be a bit of a hard sell for people who don't know any of the TNA wrestlers. TNA nowadays is never funny. TNA has a history of being very funny. Good comedy all over the show. I like a bit of comedy in my wrestling. But nothing is ever funny here. Santino Marella isn't even funny anymore. I don't know what happened to him. His whole gimmick now is that he just mispronounces things every so often. That's his entire comedy act. Great act, Santino. TNA does not know what it wants to be. Is it sports entertainment? Is it a work rate wrestling show? Is it something in between? Is it a women's wrestling show? Who knows? Who cares? Because TNA sure does not know. One of my very biggest gripes with the show is it just doesn't feel like anybody is trying, though. It feels like there might be one person backstage who just...
Looking at Carlos Silva here, he looks like a freaking shorter version of Don Callis.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man. Anyway.
Writes down the matches for tonight, and then some flimsy reason given why one or two of the matches might be happening, and then just one angle maybe throughout the show. And you're left to your own devices for the rest of the show. Some things in TNA are too consistent, and others are the opposite. For example, the Slapnut system are on TV every week.
Yeah, this guy right here. Out of all these people here, I know it's Skyler something. I can't remember his name exactly, but like between Mustafa Ali and this guy right here, these two are actually the ones that actually look like something. Maybe her too. I can't remember her name offhand.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Does Natasha?
They don't have her wrestle though. She wrestles like once in a blue moon, and he's right about inconsistency. Because System is on every week, but Tessa, Outlook and Mike Santana's on every week because he's a champion. But where's Kazarian? Kazarian, it seemed like since he lost the title, he disappears, and then he's on TV last week.
Yeah,
but then he disappears. It's like TNA. What is this booking, bro? Why do you just have people disappear, or you have them wrestle on Explosion that no one watches?
There's a reason why there's a reason why Delirious was fired as being Booker, and there was a reason why Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore went bellied up. I'm just gonna keep it real. God.
Yeah.
The taping schedule.
You don't have people like if you're gonna have a wrestling show, you gotta have consistency. How does Tessa have arguably the best women's match and the best match at Genesis last year? She doesn't even have a match at Genesis this year.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. God.
They still turn up all the time. But at the same time, Special Agent Zero from Order 4 had a debut match on pay-per-view a few months back. He impressed people, and then he disappeared from the show.
Yeah, never
it's
wrestled
shocking
again.
Planning. Why give him that exciting match and then get rid of him again? It made the original match pointless because there's no continuity now. You're basically starting from the beginning again when he has his next match because nobody's going to remember the first match. Give us this guy and not the Slapnut system. Nobody needs to see them every 20 minutes. Dreamer and Delirious do not have a successful track record to enable them to receive so many chances as bookers. Delirious's time in ROH is mostly disliked, and Tommy Dreamer is known for hogging the camera within TNA, and he looks like a diseased badger too. TNA has Sami Callihan on contract, who would surely be a more creative option than Tommy Dreamer and Delirious.
I don't know about that, pal. I don't know about that, pal. No. You need Jeff Jarrett. You need Jeff Jarrett.
My reaction.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Not at all.
No, it's a no for me, dog. No.
Me right now.
Oh my God, it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse.
Yeah, like that's the thing. That clip from 2011. That's Spike TV's quality too, man. Like,
yeah, like even that. Yeah, just
honestly, last Toxic Male. I think they care, but honestly, yeah, it's. I think it's probably the latter. It's like we like it, but we really don't care if it flourishes or not.
Yeah, I think they're just like they like that they have it, but that's it.
Like, here's one thing about it, and who knows what's going to happen, but like, could you imagine if Jeff's still working for TNA, right? He's still under contract, and Tony Tony Khan had a chance to buy TNA back when during the certain pandemic happened in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Tony had an option to buy TNA. He didn't do it. Could you imagine if they would have done, well, I grant you they got Ring of Honor. They can't create stars there neither, but still though. But could you imagine like Tony buying Impact, buying it for the library, buying it for said a talent developmental brand, having Jeff run the brand to elevate said talent to AEW, to Dynamite or Collision, and to be a feeder system within, and still say, hey, Jeff, even though do the NXT route, hey, Jeff, even though that, you're under contract with us, you're the booker for TNA, we're going to do this. We're going to let TNA go on the road and do house shows and like do other, spot shows or whatever. And just like try to get these guys some exposure to fans and get there and hone their craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like that's what TNA just feels like right now for WWE being a feeder system for them. But it's like looking at this roster, it's like
buy him at this point. Just buy him and then just pluck who you want.
But that's the thing, though. If they buy him, which I doubt, because I mean, if you want to have people come in, they already got AAA for that.
You know what? They could just have it be its own thing like AAA is.
Yeah, that too. But it's just like out of all these people, like look at Santana, right? Like you have Santana, you got Tessa Blanchard, you've got Mustafa Ali, right? People that Mustafa Ali you had before, obviously, but it's like you look at this roster, it's like half the people that are on the roster for the male side and stuff like that, they've already been to WWE. They've already been to the dance. And it's just like, do we really go back to these said people? Do you want to see Elias back on TV?
No.
I don't.
No, Elias can stay at TNA. He'd be one of those I'd have stay at TNA.
It's
but like Leon Slater, you take him, a Tessa, Mike Santana. I wouldn't mind them taking Mustafa back if he's willing to go back. I wouldn't mind it.
Moose, I don't know. That's kind of an iffy thing for me.
Moose,
I've
you
never
could
got Moose.
NXT. Just put him in NXT. You don't have to be on the main roster. NXT.
I wouldn't
Just so
mind.
they can
I wouldn't mind seeing him against Obafemi again. That'd be interesting. But
you could just put him in NXT because they need people.
that'd be something. Yeah, right there. Last Sucks and Mail said. Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what I was kind of going at. Is you got to treat TNA as its own entity. Just WWE still pluck people they need. Tessa does not need to be in TNA
Because
anymore.
I think if WWE did buy, if WWE went to go buy TNA, legit, I think the only thing they would worry about is the library. Everything else, not really.
Yeah.
Because regardless, even if they wasn't working working with TNA, I think they would have taken half their people anyway. So it's like, why buy the company? You know what I mean? Like we're already plucking your talent anyways. So it's like, why worry about bringing you guys aboard and being under our banner? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. That's just my thought process on that. But let's finish this up. We only got a couple more minutes.
He's running his own indie show, and most of his matches were fun and entertaining. Most TNA fans like him. Why not give Sami Callihan a chance? He's under contract. Just give him a call. Sammy, if you're still there, give us a sign, brother. It was wrong to give the TNA show the hype that the WWE gave it in the first place with how it was going to be AEW. It created a lot of false hope. So when...
I don't think anyone thought it was going to be an AEW. I don't think anyone did.
No one did.
I know a lot of people said that they could have been number 2. I mean, we said that. We said maybe if this X, Y, and Z could have happened, maybe.
Yeah, if they were booking better, well, that was like the number one thing we said.
But like television wise, like production wise, like you're not going to touch WWE and TNA or AEW. You're not going to touch them. Those guys are so advanced. No, it's not going to happen. They're already ahead of the game. Yeah, if it was booked better. Yeah, if it was booked better, but that's the problem. There's like Jeremy Borash.
The problem.
Yeah, Jeremy Borash with the Undertaker and AAA. Like if they
it's so crazy that Jeremy Borash not even dealing with TNA. He's in WWE now.
Yeah, like I said, man, try to get Jeff to come back.
Bobby Roode is booking for WWE now.
Yeah, he's an agent.
Fans finally got a chance to see the new TNA show. Everybody was disappointed at how it wasn't as good as they said it was going to be. But despite everything, fans like me and you genuinely still hope that TNA can do better. Which is silly considering everything that fans have had to deal with. And that, my little friends, is that really. 50 odd reasons that TNA is doing badly, and Nightmare and Deluded have to be dismissed because the TNA fans are pissed. Did I miss any reasons out on this one? How do you see TNA doing in the future? Were they better off without the partnership? If you're an All Elite Wrestling fan, how are you feeling about this? Are you taking joy in seeing all the issues within TNA, or do you hope Impact can turn it around? And if you don't agree with that, I'll pound you into the ground.
Yeah, my thing is this, right? I don't want to see these guys fail. I want them to do better, but it's just like at this point, I don't think it's going to get any better at all.
Yeah, continuing what you're saying, like I watched them for a year, and now I feel regretful hyping them up somewhat.
Yeah,
this is the crappy dog shit you're gonna give me.
Yeah,
like, look at what they did with the Invasion. Then they changed the name to something else. Oh, Showdown. Instead of like with the Knockouts, you have those women on Team TNA were like fucking WWE people.
Yeah, Invasion. You know, I got taken off.
Why wasn't Tessa on that team? Why wasn't Tessa facing any of the NXT people? Why wasn't she Knockouts champion a year ago?
Yep.
Why are you pairing her with Alicia Fox? Why is Mike Santana feuding with nobody right now?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Why are the Elegant Brands still there? Being tag champions facing no one because there's no real women's tag teams in TNA?
Well, again, let's hope they can turn.
I hope so, but
I doubt it. But the first step's got to be taken. You've got to get rid of Tommy Dreamer, and you've got to get rid of.
Got to get rid of Delirious. Got to get new writers, new bookers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, you need people at attraction, and Jeff Jarrett to me is that guy. Let Jeff come in there if he wants to do it, and let him do it. Like, do what he wants to do and call it a day. Granted, I know they tried to back in the day, and that the whole thing went down where, you know, Anthem deleted all of his master tapes of Global Force, which was fucking dirty as fuck. But
yeah,
like I said, I'd bring in Jeff and have him feud against Santana. Like I said, he was never world champion in TNA. Like, he was never TNA champion. So
no.
Yeah, I think honestly, last Toxic Male, someone came up with a good enough offer. It's like, hey, we'll like, do I think AEW is worth $1 million? No. Probably the library, the videotape library would probably be worth that, but the company itself, no. Like, I'm not even trying to be an asshole. Like, what would you say, Trey? Like an honest estimation, how much do you think TNA, the company, not just the brand, not the library, but just the brand, how much do you think it's worth?
Maybe 9,000, like around there, like shy of 1 million. But I don't think they're 1 million. Like WWE is probably 2 billion or more if we're being real.
Okay, so I might be way off on this, but I think maybe this company might be worth maybe 500 to 600,000.
Oof, fuck.
Like, I know that's really low, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think this company's worth $1 million or more. It's just not. It's not worth it. Like, it's not to me, dude. Like, it's not worth it at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's it for us. So we're gonna get out of here. We will be back next Saturday, tomorrow night with Clash in Italy. So hopefully that's a good show, and definitely we'll be seeing you guys next week. Trey, before we head out, real quick before we go, if you guys like that video, that guy's channel, there's the link to his channel. Go in there and watch his content.
Subscribe. He has pretty good videos.
Telling the boys to turn down sent you. So there's that.
But for us, I guess reviewing with the boys will be back next Sunday.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get. Excuse me. We're gonna try to be more consistent on that channel. We're gonna try to get all of our ducks in a row and try to do better on that channel too. So
yeah.
But on that note, we're gonna get out of here, and we will definitely see you guys next week. For everyone who showed up, greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, including the people that came here and bitched us out and started calling us crybabies and shit. Appreciate you too. So see you guys next time. Peace.
to